I think we live, Jamie.
Are we live? Are we live?
Yes, I gotta share the link with so Bryson can join. Click on record.
Oh, we are. Hold on. Let me turn my TV down. We are live. Okay. Hey, y'all. Is
Hey,
anybody
what's
here yet?
up? What's up? What did you think about the episode, Jamie? Before we get Bryson up here,
Um. Oh shoot. Hold on.
you know, got something on show.
Oh shit. Hold on. 1 second. Let me. How do I? I'm trying to. What's up, nice time? Thankful person. I thought the episode was overall good. I mean, I feel like I definitely feel the way about like how people are like how it looks like a narrative is being spent, a certain narrative is being spent,
But
but
it's also
overall,
your friend too, Bryson, your friend too. So you say people like,
yeah, like and like I said before, I feel like that whole scene was kind of tough to watch for me because even like while I was in it, I was like, oh, bitch. I can't really say nobody's side right now because like y'all into it. So it was that's always gonna be a tough thing. Like I
but you
feel
also had your opinion saying you don't get why Darian went back as well, right?
I don't get that either. Um I don't get that either. I feel like that probably would have been a conversation between me and my friend.
Mm-hmm.
And I would expect it to stay there. But me and Darian's relationship is different between Darian and Bryson. So I can expect that same loyalty. If I were Bryson, I don't think that Darian would have did like if it would have been a he and I thing. I don't think it would have been like that. I think it would have probably stayed that
Okay,
way.
yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Yeah, yeah, I have never seen Darian like say something that Jamie said, like not like that in that way. Yeah, I agree. I would have to agree.
Yeah,
Just knowing you guys at this point, and being around, yeah, I would definitely have to agree with that.
I'm trying to share this goddamn link. Why can't I share it?
I would have to agree. Let's go. I'm trying to see what person log in. Is that you got the echo, Jamie?
Oh, it's probably me. Sorry, I don't know. You can still hear it. Okay.
Yeah, that's better. What's up, Trop? What's up, everybody? I'm trying to what I'm Bryce says still got an echo too. What is I don't have anything open, do I? No, I'm not sure what's going on. Um, yeah, so I think so. I think it's kind of started when we dropped the sneak peek. I think that kind of like I don't know. Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
I think if it was you on the other hand, maybe Darian went back and had that conversation with Nard and said Jamie said.
I don't know what I don't really know why. I don't know what the motive was to go back and like relay that message. I really don't. So if it were me, I'm sure it would have been like, okay, girl, and it would have been between us. But I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, you understand the whole.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. I could feel like I don't know. I don't know. I think didn't Darion speak on it like on his confession?
Yeah, I think yeah he spoke on it. Well, he spoke on it in the scene. Why he spoke
Yeah,
on it in
he
the scene?
he spoke.
Why he did? Yeah, why he did it was just like he felt like what he did. He told him accommodate him accordingly because he felt like Nar was new to the group, so he didn't want Nar to experience some of the same things that I guess other people he experienced. So he did touch on it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, when you're new to the group, I feel that like there's no roadmap, like there's no like you in it, like you in the trenches. Like I feel like that probably should have stayed between them, like Bryson and Darion. I feel like that conversation or that comment should stay between them, and I feel like low key Darion should have just let Nar be.
Right. When you
Let
say
him.
B,
He's new to the group. Cool. Like we all been new to this group at some point in time, and we had to fend for ourselves. And I get like Darian looking out or trying to look out for Nard, but like
do you think it was a Bama thing?
probably because y'all folks, when y'all folks from Alabama, when y'all get together, that's a whole different thing. So probably he that might be a thing too.
Yeah, yeah. I think him and Nar, because I think even Nar said in the scene he was like he thought they was telling Tamara. You remember he said that in his
I
confession.
remember that.
So I think Nar kind of thought like if I think if we did a poll, Nar would say he clicked with Darion more than anybody, and I think Darion felt that same way. Like
Yeah.
they was like,
Well, then that becomes a little tricky then because if they are Tia Tamira and you know Darion's going back and telling Nard stuff, like where does Bryson fit in an equation too? Because like y'all were friends before Nard came in here. Like where's
do
that
you think
Bryson?
that maybe do you think it's a possibility that Darion don't see himself close as to Bryson as he is to you, for him to not feel
Oh,
no
most
loyalty?
definitely. Oh, most
Of,
definitely. Most definitely. And I say that because I know that for a fact. I know that for a
okay.
fact. Yeah.
Mm. So
Like I said
let's
before,
start.
like hmm,
Mhm. No. You can finish.
they definitely have some like other stuff they got to work out.
Okay, I think they when we ended the season they was good, right? I think I can't quite remember,
Yeah,
but
on the show.
yeah, I guess you say it been stuff happened since rap or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
let me ask you this. Let's start from the top. Let's go to the top where we got Pastor Apollo at the church house. What did you think about that scene, Apollo?
I think we should have added that scene. I think that, like, in the context, I get it. Like, we seeing Apollo, him being at church, we see
Hmm.
his spiritual journey and stuff like that. Um, I feel like it could have been, like, I feel like we could have cut that. I feel like it wasn't needed. I feel like he could have replaced that scene with something else. Like we know Apollo is delivered now. We know he in church now. We know he done found the Lord. He done turned over a new leaf. We know that. But like I feel like if the angle was to show him in his spirituality or his
Hmm.
spiritual work, we could have done it a different way because there was nothing there. Like we saw him talking to I guess a pastor or something like that or a friend or something. I don't know who those people were, but we saw him talking to them. But there was no real like we seeing what we already know or what you're already showing us.
So
Um,
it was nothing different or
it
nothing
was
special.
nothing different. It was like okay, you at church.
Well, that's something that he wanted to show, and the reason why a lot of it was so limited because I got there so late,
Mm.
so I could only get so much. But like you still say, I feel like if, let's say that we would record him and serve, I think you would have got him shown, um, and that's about it. And then the part that y'all see is actually him walking to the altar.
Oh, when he got up and left.
Yeah, so when he was getting up,
Oh, I
yeah,
thought he was going to the bathroom or something.
well, no. When he left, it was a scene before he was walking out. It's another one where he actually walking up to the altar.
Oh, that would have been good to catch.
Yeah,
What did he do at the altar? Like, was
I
he?
guess I can't quite remember. I think he got prayer, and I think he rededicated his life to God and all of that stuff. No, he was already going, but he had just went back, like or whatever. But yeah, he was just going to the altar for prayer, or for whatever reason he was going.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I mean, I fe- mm, I didn't. That scene, I'm feeling like we didn't see nothing that we already didn't know about Apollo. Um, but I mean, more power to him. More power to him. Is Apollo comes to the reunion?
I don't know. He's actually gonna do a show on. We're gonna actually hear from him on Thursday because he got church and a lot of work going on. So he's
Oh,
gonna
okay.
do a we gonna do a YouTube live on Thursday night. Um,
Yes, it would be
I
good to
guess
see
just do
Apollo.
a recap of his experience and kind of see where he at now. Because as you see
Hmm.
him in the scene, he is much different than on the in the confessional.
Yeah,
So it's a whole different person. So I think I would well for me, I would like to talk to him and see what's going on with him.
yeah. I would like to see where Apollo is right now. After he left the group. I would like to see what he's doing.
Yeah, he still we still been like he still wanted to do. I think he didn't want to do group activity, but he had his nonprofit, which I think you're gonna see that on the second half of the season where he's gonna get some reach out for some help with that. So I just think he probably didn't want to do like the group activities because it
Mm.
probably bring some out of him that he didn't like. So
Yeah, he
in
probably
group
had a lot of, a lot of flashbacks.
yeah, in group environment, you got to have opinions, and people asking you stuff you might not want to answer. You might feel pressure to respond when you really don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you know, but
I feel,
we still got a few
yeah, but
episodes.
I feel like he, like you did this before, so you should kind of know like what to expect. But
Right. I think yeah, exactly. And, he the one asked to come back. Like I had no interest in bringing Apollo back.
mm-hmm.
After I found out he was in a different place, I was like, yeah, that could be good. And I actually I like that he have some different. I feel with that,
I do like that. I do like, and a lot of people are living for Apollo.
Yeah, I like
Despite what they
Apollo.
say, a lot of people in the comments were living for Apollo. So,
Right.
well, more so his confessionals.
Right. Yeah, I'm saying he looks so good in his confession. He honestly
hmm
do. Like his haircut did him just. He gained some weight. So I don't even
hmm
know how he look now because I have not seen him in so long. Like
Yeah, he
we did
looks
his
good
confession.
in his confessionals.
Yeah, I think we did his confessionals in October or October or something like that. I think September, October. So yeah. So now let's move on to where we actually have Bryson back doing his confessional. What do you feel like? How you feel about Bryson being back doing his confessional?
I was waiting because I'm like, because when you released something earlier, I was like, because I was gonna ask why Bryson ain't get no confessional, like what's going on, and then to see him do confessionals on this episode, I was like, okay, cool, it makes sense, because now it's starting to see like we're getting more of Bryson, like being intertwined in the group. Like he was on other episodes before, but like now it's like now we about to get into some stuff. So it was really really good to see Bryson do
And
confessionals.
we actually also see the first conversation that was had about the Malik situation. So we
Yeah,
know
we
where
sure.
that came from.
So now I'm thinking, and this is me thinking, watching it with fresh eyes. I'm like, I know of like the Malik situation and stuff like that. Now it's like I feel like this is where the game of telephone is about to start because
Well, you heard
like
Bryson say you called him. So Bryson actually give you a rundown in his confessional and the scene. He was telling you that Malik after Blue called him, and he just kept because even though Bryson said Malik never said it, he said he said Malik was alluding to the fact that um Darian and um
Hello.
what's up,
hey
Bryce? How you doing?
Bryson,
Hi, child. I don't know what's going on. I'm over here and child. I don't know what's going on with the things, but of the things of the things. But I've been trying to get on here, but it's saying that I'm violating something.
it was giving
Right.
everybody some trouble. I don't know. I just had to go to like my web browser and copy the link and paste it in my web browser
Yeah,
because
it's just what I like about StreamYard. It's real funny.
Right. So I just wanted to let you know it wasn't me, child. I was
No, I didn't
trying.
think it was you. You had text me. We were just talking about you about the whole Malik giving you a call.
Right. Okay. Okay. So
What did you say about that? Because this is the first where I guess because everybody was trying to figure out what everything context from, and I think you were the first one to sit down with Nard and tell Nard Malik called you with this
I
information.
forgot
What
what
do
I was
you
about
want?
to say. I was about to say something too. Forgot. Go ahead, Bryson.
yeah, Nard. Well, like I said, I just met Nard, and then I was trying to build the relationship with Nard, and me and Bustin had already gone through our thing about I felt some kind of way that he said something to Nard. So after we made up with each other, and we kind of like said, okay, we don't have no issues with each other. I was trying my best to make sure that me and him are on a good foot. So I wanted to make sure that I said, anything that I felt. And once Malik had called me, and Malik never calls me. We never talk.
I remember you and I had talked briefly about that, and I remember you be like, "Bitch, why is Malik calling me?
Exactly.
He
Like,
don't never
don't
call
do
me." And I
that.
was like, "Well, did you answer?" And you was like, "No, but why is he calling me? I think that's kind of strange."
Exactly. So that's just to let you know that it was very genuine.
Hmm.
And I did not know why. And then when he was calling me, and then he started asking me about Malik's boyfriend, and I was like, well, I don't know. I don't know Nard. I'm not, excuse me, Nard. And I was like, well, I don't know Nard, and I don't know his boyfriend. But why are you asking me questions about Nard and his boyfriend? Because I literally just told y'all that I felt like he was standoffish, and you know,
So Malik was asking you questions about Nard and his boyfriend.
yeah, he was like, "How do
And
I
what
know
was
them?" and all that.
and you said in your confession he had alluded to the fact that possibly Taiwan and Darian
Yes.
mixing up or messing up. What did you mean
hmm
by that? You want to elaborate some more?
he was basically saying that he was basically alluding to where, like, he didn't say it, but he was kind of like more on the so like, girl, like he was putting the weave behind his ear, honey. He was like, girl, um,
So you already
he
seen the visual.
right, girl. That was what he was doing. I was just like, well, girl, I don't know what's going on. And I didn't know anything about it. So he basically used me to kind of like stir the pot.
Well, at least
And
you
that's
knew what was going
fine.
on.
I didn't know what the fuck was going on with her.
Well, you
I
had a
didn't
hint
know.
because you probably ain't know like in total, but you like one. Why is this bitch Malik calling me? That girl never calls me. How did she get my number?
Right.
Like I do remember us like briefly talking about that, and we could just kind of like did away with it because it was like, okay, girl, that was weird.
Right. To let the bitches know I'm not a liar. I'm not a liar. I did not. I'm like, girl, why are
And
you calling
Bryson,
me?
let me ask you this. Go into this some more. You and Nar had just had a big falling out. You could have kept this information. Why was it so important for you to meet with him and kind of like give him this peace offering?
Because I didn't want him to like, bitch, I don't know you and I don't have a problem. I wanted to show you that because I already know how people think of me sometimes
Mm-hmm.
based off of how I come up on the show. And I didn't want him to think that he has to come at me a certain kind of way because of how I get into it with other bitches. I
That's
wanted
good.
him to let him know that I'm really a cool bitch. I'm really a nice person if you fuck with me the right way. And if I found some information out and I wanted to let him know, bitch, there's some other messy hoe that put it to you this way. The bitches was trying to come at me, were trying to make shit a big problem because I said that you were standoffish. But bitch, you really need to worry about somebody else that's coming after you and your boyfriend. And I'm
Mm.
gonna let you know, and I'm gonna be a real bitch and let you know about it. That's where I was coming from.
What did you think about his boyfriend in the confessional? What he had to say about the how he found out? Well, Nar
And
ex boyfriend. What did you think about Nar ex boyfriend confessional tonight episode?
I still think I'm still gonna stand on that. That's a messy bitch.
Who?
Um,
Not Cordell.
Not yes, I still think that's a messy bitch. I think it was unnecessary. I think he's clout chasing, and he should have just put that shit on Facebook instead of trying to get on the show.
You think he's trying to get on the show?
In the show, he's on the show. He's doing confessional. What the fuck are we talking about? Like, girl, he came up to Gregory in the club and said you should put me on the show. Like, the bitch is messy.
Now
I
he
don't
trying
even
to.
know that hoe. I've never talked to him. But you should be coming like, and I'm cool with Nard. So
Mhm.
I'm a stand on business with
I
Nard.
will
Like,
say
bitch,
that Bryson had Nar back in the confession. I was surprised. He had Nar back 10 toes down.
That's
like, no, you're a messy bitch, and you should. Why would you? Why if you don't fuck if you don't you broke up with him, broke you fine. Break up with him and do whatever. Don't try to bash him in the fuck and then try to come on the show on a platform where he's trying to build his business, and then you're gonna try to come on his show. that he's on, and bitch,
Mhm.
you might as well, bitch, just fucking make sure you got your dish and do what you need to fucking do. I don't know who's the top or who's the bottom, but I
Oh my
tell you
god.
goddamn one thing, be the boyfriend. And if you're gonna be an ex and be a classy bitch. But you trying to come on his platform and then try to air him out, girl. What
Yeah, I do think that's a little like that was a little off-putting because like
the fuck am I wrong?
no, I'm agreeing with you. I think that's a little off-putting. Like why you up here trying to like stir the pot? You know, like you
But
are.
y'all watch the episode. He haven't said nothing bad about Nara yet, though.
Oh, well, I'm thinking in
Oh,
present
it's
tense.
coming. It's coming. It's coming.
I'm thinking
It's
in present
coming.
tense. My bad. Sorry.
Why the fuck? If not, why the fuck is he on here? Why he actually
Well,
he
I
wants
guess
to? He said he wants to explain his side.
his side, yeah, about what some things that happened. It was ultimately it was about him and Malik having a conversation because Malik wanted to have a conversation with these people that fought him, and at the
And
time, Nard.
meanwhile, him and Malik probably already fucked already.
Oh my God, Bryson.
I mean, can we?
Why is Malik? Oh, let's
Cause
get back on
no no
track
no no
because
no
I
no no
got
no no no
questions.
no 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 no
Someone.
no.
Mhm.
Him and Malik sat down real delicately. Let's
They
talk
did.
tea.
You about to get into it because I was like, let me wait.
Right. They sat down real delicately. Okay.
What
Mm.
did you think about that,
And he
Bryson?
even Malik even put his fake dreads in a bun, honey. They girl, they sat down real delicately.
Bryson, you gotta be stopped, man.
Y'all gotta leave. Y'all better leave me the fuck alone before I clear this
So,
out.
what did you think about that scene when you seen it? Was you shocked that they sit down?
Hmm. I
Okay.
was definitely shocked because I'm like, what? Like,
You want to say?
y'all, what is this? Like, what
I
is
think
this?
y'all got to. They say we have 15 episodes. I think sometimes we can't judge the pie till it come out the oven.
No, child. First of all,
I feel
that
like there's no place
he
for that.
knew very much. Hold on, let me get my cigarette out, child, because y'all making me feel like Joan Rivers. I need to right now. These people,
Not John.
and I haven't even been around, and I
That's
can
true.
clock the shit.
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
I when we talked, you was very disappointed that he sat down with Malik. That Nar X sat down with Malik. You was like,
Oh
okay,
yeah,
I, I listen, because like, what for? What reason? Yeah,
right.
somebody reached out to you to sit down, but we have nothing to talk about at this point. We like at this point, the girls want to talk about getting a storyline together.
You
That
gonna
gives very
light it?
much storyline. That gives very much. I'm trying to get back into the show. That gives very much like
Thank you.
help me become relevant again. It
Mhm.
screams that.
but like I said, with Nar boyfriend, we haven't seen him say anything disparaging and disappointing against Nar
I was talking about Malik.
No, no,
Malik.
no, no,
But
no,
I say
no, no,
that to
no.
say this.
Nard's
Let me say,
boyfriend. Hold
but no,
on.
no, I'm gonna get to what I'm saying. Is,
Nard's boyfriend's presence and being and doing a confessional is he doesn't have to say shit. The fact that he's doing it
yeah, okay, I
shows
see what
that
you're
that's
saying.
disrespectful.
That's true.
Okay, you're right.
I know that.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
That
Okay,
he don't have to say shit. The fact that he's doing it
Yeah.
is all we need.
but
The fuck?
he wanted to tell his side of the story once some things
He
information
wanted to
came.
be he wanted Nard's position.
Oh,
That's it. He wanted, and the fact that, and what you should be ashamed of, he should be ashamed of, is that you got to put Nard's ex boyfriend at the bottom of the goddamn trail, at the goddamn chat.
What Nar would not gonna allow me to say boyfriend when they ain't together, so Nar wasn't gonna go
Exactly,
for that.
but the fact is that that's what you got to put. That's what you are labeled as. You're not labeled as yourself. You're labeled as
Okay,
Nard. You came here because of Nard. You're only here because of Nard. The fuck? And you gonna disrespect him? Get the fuck out of here.
mm.
I mean, yeah.
Don't have me start writing money and Jenkins is in effect. Don't do it.
Yeah, you're right. That's
Y'all already know how I give it up.
I
yeah.
agree. I definitely
But I
agree.
think we got to hear his side of the story all the way out, and then I'm not saying change your perspective, but
Child,
I'm just saying
we already just heard we heard enough because that's why he was thirsty enough to go to you and talk to you and say he wanted to be on the show.
I wonder what his perspective would be, though.
I don't know either. Like, girl, what else, girl? Like, we didn't even know you. I didn't even know Nah had a boyfriend
so.
until Malik was called me and told me about it. I was like, Nah got a,
Oh, you
okay,
didn't know Nar
cool.
had a boyfriend?
Hmm?
I said you didn't know Nar had a boyfriend.
No, I didn't know Nar had a boyfriend. I don't care. I can't. I'm smoking my cigarette.
Hmm.
Um, I'm a little bit too loud, so I'm
No,
gonna
no,
calm
you good.
down.
Okay, calm down. But Jamie, let me ask you this though, Jamie. What did you think about the sit down with Bryson, Nar, and Devontae when Nar is disappointed that Darion didn't call him and Darion been telling him everything else? What did you like? What do you know about that you want to share?
He knew that was wrong.
I knew that was wrong. Yeah, I feel like if you going back and you telling Nard, X, Y, and Z, then you probably should have also like, why hold this? You know what I mean? Like, why keep this to yourself? Or why not tell?
Hmm.
Um, yeah. I don't know. Like I said, when it came to like this episode and particularly, I'm like, ooh,
Yeah, you weren't active like you used to be. Okay.
I was not active because these are two of my close friends, and when it came to them, y'all work it out. I'm gonna be here to like, you know,
And
be on the
Darion,
sideline.
what was crazy to me, it was like Darion was not trying to understand where I was coming from. Like, you don't know this bitch. This bitch came in the 1990s crop top, you know,
Right, you
and
got
the
it.
fucking, and this bitch didn't say nothing the whole entire time. We went back. We were after we was done. We all said something. D- Jamie, don't lie. Don't did we all
I
Well,
didn't say shit.
everybody
discuss?
gave
Yeah,
their opinion
hold on.
about
Talk about
everybody
don't
gave a
lie. I ain't say
it
shit.
was another guy
Everybody gave
too.
their opinion.
It was another guy, Amir. So everybody gave their opinion about Nar and Amir.
Right,
You
exactly.
know,
So
Are you
why
talking about
why
that dinner?
why when I say
yeah, the
that,
dinner
why
on
would
the
you go back to
lawn.
him and
I
You
why
don't
would
know,
even
you
give
go
an opinion on
and
ours.
then I saw the confessional and then I found out that he said more that he said that when Bryson get drunk or whatever, can watch out for that bitch. Like, you're my friend and that's what you
Oh
say?
yeah. Well, I mean,
I know I know I'm visceral. I know I'm dangerous, bitch, when I get a little.
yeah.
But you're my friend.
Mm,
You don't know him, and you gonna say that about me?
well, I think he was also trying to like, and we were talking about this earlier. Like he was trying to like befriend Nard as well because again, that's the Alabama thing. Maybe they got that connection. I'm not making excuses. I'm just trying to like think because if I were in that situation, I know Darion would have went back. Like it would have stayed between us. I know that for a fact.
Exactly, and,
So
and I
like,
didn't say anything disparaging. I just said he's cool, but he seems a little
but y'all
standoffish.
remember
So
though, I
why?
don't know,
So why
Jamie.
did it come back? That's what I was trying to say. Like, bitch, why did it come back to where he got to feel like he got to do a sit down with my ass
well,
about me
also if
saying
you
something
remember,
that somebody else would have said?
I feel like that sit down was not supposed to be about that either.
Right.
What
Yeah,
was it supposed
I
to be
will say this.
about?
So Nar jumped the gun. Darion didn't know Nar was gonna bring it up when y'all sit down. Nar had did that himself. Darion had told him, but I don't think Darion knew Nar was gonna bring it up right away. That's why he was like he was gagging because he didn't know like soon you came to like it was your birthday, you really weren't feeling it. So when you showed up, Nar just went right into it. I feel like Darion didn't really think Nar was gonna do that right away at that
And
place.
he said it too. He was like, "Bitch, now I'm gagged because Nar brought this to the table."
Yeah.
I didn't understand. I didn't understand at all. I just was like, it was like we were pulling. For me, it was like you are trying to find an issue, and that's why I got up and left because I was like, mm-mm, mm-mm. This is you are trying to have an issue with me. Like,
Yeah, a lot of people did
I
say in the comment that they felt like Nard was trying to have an issue with you because they were so high school. That's what at least 4 people said in the comment on the channel.
yeah, it was like I couldn't understand. Like, if this is the big issue that we need to have a sit down, and you feel like we need to have a whole discussion about this, bitch. Everybody said that you was not everybody said, but everybody felt like you wasn't as open as you know you wasn't as he was
Mhm.
to himself.
Yeah.
I was just the bitch that said it. and
Mm.
then it was just too much for me. I was just like, y'all trying to y'all and then once we did get through that process, and I apologized to him if I made him feel some kind of way, which I had
Yeah,
no
you did
problem.
apologize.
Right, I apologize to him if that could, because I don't feel like I need to say that to a bitch I just met. Like, you know girl, and I was just kikiing with y'all. I was just having my conversation with y'all. But then it was when what's the name, the meth bitch decided that she wanted. I'm sorry. Oh,
Not the milk, dude. Lord
the
have
drug
mercy.
addict wanted to
Apollo.
come up.
His name was Apollo. Stop.
Apollo
Not the
wanted to
drug
come up
addict.
and say
Lord
that,
have
well, if
mercy.
you can give an apology to him, then you can give an apology to me. I'm like, bitch, where in the Sailor Moon are we doing this? What the fuck are you talking about? Girl, no, I'm not giving you an apology. I still don't believe that you are. And I told, and the confessionals, they will see. Like, girl, they didn't see that part, Jamie. Let's talk about it.
Hmm.
They didn't see it in the part where did he go after
Oh, to
after that?
Bulldog.
The Bulldog.
Uh-huh.
I need
In the what?
somebody
In
to
the gay
show
bar.
that. But like, I don't have it, but I know like a lot of people were recording that night. I know somebody in Atlanta gotta have that footage.
Uh-huh. And and Jamie, didn't he not get belligerent drunk and get kicked out?
Yeah, I was trying to go over there.
Uh-huh.
I was trying to go over there and like diffuse the situation. And then you got people coming up to me like, pay it because security's on their way. And
Oh,
I
so he
love
got kicked
Bulldog.
out?
I'm not trying to get kicked out.
He got kicked out.
Yeah, he
He
got
was,
kicked
but
out.
he got kicked out. The
He was
church
doing he was doing a
pastor.
lot because like he was getting loud then and belligerent. Then he went to go like on the patio. Then he started shouting, speaking in tongues,
And
like prophecy.
and also, Jamie, didn't he say that he loved me? Didn't he profess his love for me?
He did say that.
Thank you.
He did say
Thank
that.
you.
Um, yeah,
Hmm.
that night out, somebody in Atlanta has that footage. I
No,
know
I
it.
heard about it.
Thank
I think
you.
everybody, Nard, Taiwan,
But he's
everybody was
so
saying,
delivered, child. Child.
I mean,
yeah,
he
they
has
said he was
struggles
buying, he
like
bought all
everybody
y'all
else.
drinks. Then he bought
And
all
he
He
y'all
did
bought,
buy.
drinks and
Yep,
stuff.
he did. He bought everybody
thank you.
a couple
One
rounds of
thing
drinks,
Bryson bring
and he
money
was drinking
Jenkins
that
is
night
it's not I'm
too.
not a liar. That's exactly what he bought us drinks. Didn't I tell you that too, friend?
No,
Thank
I
you.
was there. He bought 2 rounds of drinks, and he had
Hmm.
drinks himself.
And he professed his love for me. Then he started speaking in tongues. And then he started like shouting and doing. Remember that, Jamie?
Hmm.
And then the security was gonna get his ass out.
They packed him up. They
But
did.
he was delivered. He was delivered. He sounded like he was fighting his homosexuality. And he was wearing that red tight suit. You
That
remember
red
that?
blazer, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it was a wetsuit because he was supposed to be going to work and he never did.
Uh-huh. But he
Yeah, yeah,
did
yeah. He
not say
sure
that to
did.
you, Gregory.
Yeah, he did.
Thank
Hmm.
you. Thank you. He's not a liar. I don't. Y'all might
So,
think I
you
be
basically don't
drinking and
believe
all the other kind
Apollo.
of shit, but I'm very real.
You don't
But
believe in
listen, I
Apollo
can't stay.
deliverance.
I can't stay on this too long because I do have my friend here, and
Okay, okay, okay. Let me just ask you a couple more questions, then you get out of here.
Wait, why you
Okay.
gotta do the after show if you can't stay? How that work?
Because my phone is telling me it's blocked.
Yeah, his
Oh,
phone.
okay.
Yeah, it's not blocked. I
I
just checked
well, you
him.
know what? I could probably come back, but what I would have to do is probably go on my computer.
Oh, okay,
Okay,
okay.
that's cool. Let me. Can you stay for 5 minutes?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can do that, and
Okay,
then
okay. So let me.
is that
Yeah.
okay?
So let me ask you this
Okay.
though. In your confessional, So after that scene, you sit down with Nard and Devontae. Like I think you kind of said in your confessional, was it a tit for tat since Darion went and snitched on you? You were going back and snitch on Darion, or was it kind of like a petty thing you was doing, or did you really want Nard to know what was going on so he won't be blindsided?
I really wanted Dar to know that so that he wasn't blindsided. I didn't feel like like listen. Darion is my true friend. I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
do anything. I would never put Darion in a situation where I would, even though he did me that way, and you know, based off of what he said in his confessional that he was just accommodating Nard because he was new. I still would never do that to Darion. I was doing that I was letting Nard know because I wanted him to know what was said being said because I will want to know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And especially if you're doing this show and how the girls can flip things and all other kind of things, and you don't want to go into a scene blindsided where the girls can read you or make you seem stupid or anything of that nature. I was just like, listen, and we had already had made up, and I didn't want to start another issue with us because one of my biggest things is that when you know something and
Mm-hmm.
then if you know something and then you don't say it to your friends and then it comes back later on that you didn't know and you didn't say anything, that makes you look bad.
Yeah.
Jamie went through the same exact thing. Remember that,
That,
Jamie?
that's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's
So
true.
I was just like, oh no. If I'm in the room, if I'm in the room and I hear it and then it gets played back and then my friend knows that I heard it and didn't say anything to them, then that's gonna affect what? Our relationship.
Yeah. Our
Yep.
relationship. Yeah.
But it
So
it did seem, at least like on the episode, it did seem like it was kind of tit for tat though.
I mean, I didn't, I really didn't understand. I'm gonna be honest with you. Looking at the confessionals and looking at the episode, I think the thing with me and Darion, he just didn't want to take accountability for what he did. That he didn't want to take accountability. That was wrong. You should have. You
Mm,
just met this bitch. I'm sorry.
mm,
You just met her.
yeah.
And I wasn't saying anything because you said something, Jamie. He said something. I could have easily went back and said what Darion said about him.
What did I say about? No, I don't think I said
You
anything.
didn't say anything. Nobody said anything bad about him.
Yeah. You just talk about the fact of going back and carrying a bone to somebody who's not.
Exactly,
Or,
to somebody that you're like, we're supposed to be like. It was wrong. That
yeah.
was wrong.
But you also remember in last year when Darion called Ty in the middle of the scene when Bryson was telling the
That was
information.
wrong too.
Yeah.
And I felt some way about that. I told Darian, I was like, this is supposed to
Girl,
be.
we're having a kiki and we're supposed to be friends, and you gonna just call us like what are you doing? Like what are you trying to do?
Yeah. I,
So it's several things,
yeah.
and I love Darion. I will never not love Darian. I have no problem with Darian. And you noticed I was very calm because y'all know how I get.
Yeah.
So I had love because I easily could have turned up strip clubs and dollar bills, still got my money.
That's
You
Okay.
in front of City Hall because y'all was screaming. Y'all was loud as hell.
it, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there with him. Because this is my friend, and I want him to understand where I'm coming from, and I want him to get it. But Darian was more turned up than me,
yeah,
Yeah, he was. He definitely
yeah, he
was.
was.
right?
You were actually calm compared to Darion. Darion was
He definitely
Right.
was. Because
yeah.
all in front of City Hall, y'all was acting like y'all had no home training. The hell?
Right. So I was like, I don't wanna. It's like if I would have ever been to argue with Jamie, I knew I would never turn up on him on. I mean, me and you, Gregory, is a different story, child. We already know that. But I would never do that with Jamie because I love Jamie to the, like I would never want to ruin anything.
Yeah.
I would want to speak calmly to make sure, because I know he wouldn't want anything.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't want to talk to me that way, and I would want to talk to him that way. And if we having a disagreement, then we're having a disagreement.
Jamie said before you got on here, Bryson, he said he felt like you and Darion, it's other issues that y'all probably have a bigger conversation. Do you feel like that?
No, I don't have any. I don't. If it is, I don't know what it would
You
be.
don't know. Okay. All right.
I don't know what it would be. If he has something, I mean, I looked at the confessionals, and it seems like he's got something against me. To be
Mm.
honest, maybe because
One
he's
he okay,
never
he did
hold
say
on.
he
Let me just
did
say
okay.
this. He's never. Darion has never tried to use my alcohol usage as a way to weaponize against me.
Oh
But
yeah.
he did that this time, and that was disturbing.
Wait, what did he say?
When he said about Bryson, like he actually said it in the scene and he said it in the confessional about his
Hmm.
drinking.
What did he say?
He
Well, in the
said that
scene he was
anytime
saying,
I
I don't
call
want to deal
him,
with
I'm
you.
drunk,
Yeah, he said I
and
don't
I
want to deal
talk
Oh,
with you.
okay,
drunk
yeah,
all the
yeah,
time, and all this
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
stuff. And so, and I was just like, and that definitely not it. That maybe if that's his experience, but that's not. I don't always, Jamie. Do I always call you drunk?
No.
Thank you. So I'm just like,
But it
you
seemed
were
like
just,
you and Jamie is closer than Darion, Bryson. Would that be true?
yeah, because I've known Jamie before. I've known Darion, and I
Okay.
welcomed Darion into my circle of love, because if you love Jamie, I love Jamie. So I'm going to, you know, bring you on. But it just seemed like what the way that he did that, the way that he said that, it was like, are you doing that for the camera? It's like, well, every time you call me, you drunk, girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, and bitch, that's not always the case. That's not true.
Hmm.
And Jamie, that's not true.
I know that's not true, yeah.
Um.
But like I said, you and I have a different relationship, just like Darion and I have a different relationship. I can expect for y'all to be as close because we have our own. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We have our
exactly,
own
and
rules.
it's
That's all.
okay. That's why I didn't take it, and I didn't take it to where I got angry, because I'm like, okay, well, maybe he's just doing that to just to kind of say things, say something to, but I still didn't want to lose my friend that I considered my friend that I truly love. And when
Mm-hmm.
I say that I love you and I'm my real friend, I'm not going to treat you like I treat everybody else. I'm going to be very delicate about the way that I operate with you, because I don't want to lose you as a friend. And the way Darion operated, and he just did not, and especially that portion where he said, I would say, I would never do that to you. And he was like, oh, well, we're two different people.
Mm-hmm.
That was where I was like, okay, that that was shocking to me,
Mhm.
because when what's the name was trying to throw it, remember when what's the name was trying to throw that brick in front at him, who was in
Oh,
front?
And
Devontae.
Devontae.
Yes, who was in
Mm-hmm.
front?
You were.
Exactly. when
Yeah.
when people try to come at him, who's always in front? Like, you're not, but you decide to go to somebody and say something so minimal,
Mhm.
and start something.
Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
it just makes sense.
Yeah, I think he was really shocked that he did it because I could tell when you came in that day and you was about to walk out. You did walk out because Jamie. If Jamie would never came and got you, you would have left because
I
you was
would have
so over.
left.
Yeah, you was
I was like,
over it.
this is, oh no,
Yeah,
because
And it
Nard
was your
brought it
birthday
up.
weekend.
yeah.
Nard brought it up like it was a big, like, and I like, they were talking about. I'm like, well, is this a real conversation? Are you serious? Because I said and I said literally that he seems cool, but he seems a little standoffish.
Yeah.
That's all I said. But it became a whole thing, and that's why I said that he put sprinkles and salt and pepper on that bitch, because it came back to me that I said that I didn't like him.
Well, I think that's the game of telephone. I don't think knowing Darian, I don't think he's gonna exaggerate the truth. But I
But he
think
should have never did that in the first place. There,
right. But I also think, like I said, by the time it came back to you, somebody else might have, you know. But I
right,
know
and that's
you.
the reason why he came at me the way because I was. That's the reason why I had to walk away because I was just like, y'all don't have nothing because y'all was having a good old time
Mhm.
laughing and joking and doing whatever,
Hmm.
eating fruit
Well,
and all the
no,
other kind of
that's not
stuff.
true. They actually were discussing you before you walk up. I think that's probably
Exactly,
why
which is
Nard.
weird.
You thinking about it, that's probably why Nard went to it because he probably knew it was
Oh
gonna be
yeah, we
in
were
his
actually
face.
talking about
They were
you.
discussing you when you walked up. So when you walked up, you was like happy, and he went into it. Maybe he felt the pressure to say something because they were just discussing you.
But how we what did we just started the season? Like how the fuck are y'all talking about me? That's what I didn't
Because of
understand.
what
Like
they was talking about, what he was talking about, what Darian told him, and then Apollo was telling Nar about y'all park scene because you and Apollo had just filmed the scene at the park.
They stuck shit.
So they both was like sharing notes and like discussing it and stuff like that. So you had just walked up thinking we about to drink
I
and
had just walked up. I had just walked up. I had a little. I haven't seen most of these people.
Mhm.
mm-hmm.
And then y'all talking about me, and I just like it's like that's weird. That's weird to me. Like it's my birthday weekend. I'm trying to have a good time. Y'all, we come up to this filming. I haven't even like built up any drama with anybody yet enough
Mm-hmm.
for me to feel like I'm like, why the fuck y'all talking about me? And then I come in, and then well, as soon as I sit down, y'all want to sit down and talk to me about something that I don't even know is a big deal.
Mhm.
First, it's Nard that wants to talk to me that said, "Oh, you said I was standoffish." Okay, well, bitch, I can say, and I would think that would be an easy conversation for me to say. Yeah, I felt like he was standoffish. I
But you
wouldn't
know
think
what
that we would
also triggered you, Bryson, when he said, I'm gonna get this one more time, but don't be discussing me. That's when you was like, "What? I can say what I want to say." Because
exactly.
yeah, that's kind of what triggered you when he said like, "I'm gonna get this one more time, but don't be discussing me." It was something like that he said, and you kind of like, "What?"
Because bitch, I will beat your ass if I needed to.
Because because I feel like Nard said that to kind of like
Make
check
a moment for
Bryson
himself.
to be like, oh, okay, well, oh, bitch, I said what I said, and Bryson gave it. No, bitch, I said what I said. I
Like
think
you don't
Nard
know
said
me.
that
Don't come
to
at me
try
and
to
say I'm gonna
like.
give this one more time. Like bitch, what? Like what? Like
I
girl,
think
I
he
don't
said
know
that
you.
to kind of like checkmate you. You know what I
Right.
mean?
He was trying to either you trying to checkmate me or intimidate me. I'm sorry if I'm loud for it.
No, you good.
Um,
Yeah,
you was
yeah.
trying
So
to
I
check
think
me.
because first you was listening, you was kind of aggravated, but you was still listening. But when he said that, that's when you was like, "Oh no, oh no, I see what's going on." It was giving. Then he said, "Okay,
Mm-mm.
yeah, I see what's going on, baby. Yeah, you will not get your moment off me." And you got up and left.
You got the better dick off of me? Hell yeah, girl, don't be. Um, I just don't like. It's one thing I could be very, especially if I'm new. And Jamie, you already know how I am with new people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do new people like that. Like I got a close knit of people, and bitch, don't try to. And especially if you know the cameras is rolling and you're new, bitch, you tried to do that just so that you could seem like you checking the big dog. Okay, over here. Okay, regardless of whatever they want to say, Bryson B. Money Jenkins is somebody, and you gonna try to have a moment on camera where you trying to check me, bitch, please. That's why I was just like, I like you, and we've learned to like each other. But I felt in that moment you were trying to do something. Don't try to tell me. Don't try to instruct me on anything, baby. Don't try to instruct me on anything. Okay, and that's where it went. I felt like it was very necessary for him to have his little moment, and that's the reason why it was such a big important thing for him to say, why didn't you tell me that you thought I was standoffish? Who the fuck says that to anybody? That's a conversation that you have with your friends. Like they're cool, but they're a little standoffish,
It's kind of like kitchen table talk.
right? So I'm supposed to
Kind
go
of like,
back to you. I'm supposed to go back to you
mhm.
and tell you what my kitchen table talk was with my friends. Who does that?
No shit. That's kind of like how it's like we were talking about earlier. That's kind of how it was supposed to be when we were talking about Ty.
Right? It's like why you and once again, Darion called what's the name?
Well, I kind of felt like in that moment, I kind of felt like Darian was going to call Ty, but I
I,
also
I, I was gagged when he called her. I was
I
like,
was
"Is he
upset. No,
really
I was
still
upset, and
there?"
I was I we already talked
We
about it, but
both were.
I was upset. I was like, girl, this is supposed to be we supposed to be kid. That is not your friend yet. Like y'all
Right.
building the friendship, but I mean, yeah, that was
I
supposed
mean,
to
if
be.
he felt like he had some kind of loyalty to, and but okay, but if I don't understand the loyalty, like I didn't understand the loyalty, like why? But that's my whole
Mhm.
thing. Like, who the fuck go back to somebody that they just met and they're kikiing with their friends, and then it's the one of their friends say they cool, but they seem a little standoffish, and then the next time that they meet them say, oh well, Bryson said that you're a little standoffish, honey. So you know, like it's just weird. So you would see why I would feel some kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt some kind of way because I'm like, but girl, how can't you see that this is the problem? But
Mhm.
we'll move on. We'll move on.
Yeah. What did you think about? Because I know you got to get and go. What did you think about the what? Actually, where do you and Devontae stand? Because we seen y'all talking in the beginning of the season. Are y'all good now?
Oh, that's my bitch. I love. You
Okay.
know, I don't really have a problem with Devontae's very clear. Like the one thing, and I know that I do. We have a little contention because he has a very good stance on as long as we're good as long as you don't fuck with you know not to fuck with my friends. You get what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
don't talk about my friends when I'm on the phone with you. Don't you know don't do all that and we'll be Gucci.
So y'all have boundaries.
Yes, exactly. We have specific boundaries because we'll go right back forwards and he's expressed, he cares for me. I care for him. We have a very villain kind of what's the word? I don't know. We have a very
I know it's
huh?
frenemy, right? Ain't it frenemy?
Love hate. Yeah,
Love hate
like
relationship.
yeah, he doesn't he loves to be catty with me. I love to be catty with him sometimes, and we laugh and we kiki. But bitch, if you talk about any of my friends or you talk about anything, then we're going to go into a bad place. And we already know how that goes with me and Devontae because Devontae does not want to do that with me, and I don't want to do that with him. But you don't talk about
So,
Jamie. You don't talk about
um,
anybody.
to that, because I do want to ask you, um, because he made a comment last episode, and I didn't see that because I wasn't there. I didn't
Mm.
hear it. I wasn't there. But that bitch called me stank, and y'all know my ass to be thinking.
Girl, we
And
interested,
your ass
girl.
was cackling, asking people, "Oh, did y'all get that? Are we still
I
gonna
did not.
live?"
When did I cackle about that?
At the
The
I
first
very
don't
last
remember
end of
episode.
the
that.
episode, that bitch called me stank. He called me sour, stale, musty, all that shit, and you
I
was
know, no, no,
cackling.
no. I think I was just laughing overall in the moment than thinking about Trey. I wouldn't like child. I wasn't thinking. I
Okay.
probably wasn't even listening to him. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that at all.
Oh, what was
Yeah,
loud as that?
you had
And you.
you had your red eye on Trey that night. You was reading Mama down.
Right. Like I probably wasn't. Like I was. I was probably. Like I promise you, I didn't. Probably didn't hear that info. I probably wasn't even thinking about. I probably wasn't listening to what he said in full. I was just in the
Oh,
moment.
listen. No,
Yeah,
you cackled.
I did the child, and same. So. Well, I was
I bet
just
y'all
child.
know. I know that. That's why. Yeah, child.
Let
But
me ask you this though.
Devontae
What?
and I are cool now too.
Yeah. Let me
Hmm.
ask you this though. Where you and Taiwan stand, Bryson?
I love Taiwan, but
Oh
the
Lord.
bitch is questionable.
Oh,
And I don't, I love him. I think he's good, but some things that he be child. Now you sitting down with the ex child and doing waiting the exhale
Bryson, you getting ahead of the
and shit.
storyline.
I don't know.
Get
I,
ahead of the story.
I don't know what to think.
I
I
got
don't know
you.
what to think.
Where do you and Nar
Man,
stand?
I love Nard. I mean, I heard he got a little bit of a situation with me for I have no reason why. I don't know why. Bitch,
Yeah,
I have even feeling with you hoes. I don't even know what the problem is. I feel like I've been very nice and what's the name loyal to Nard, but I feel like I've heard that he's had some. I feel like the popcorn has been popping with him with me, and I don't understand.
Well,
what situation would he
he
have?
did feel well. I guess Nar, even though Darion did tell him that, Nar kind of developed his own feelings about because he did not like that you said that about him. Like he was offended by that.
He was offended by what?
What you said that he was standoffish.
So the fuck what, girl? Are you in third grade? Like what? Who the fuck gets offended? Bitch, everybody that meets somebody new, are you not standoffish to somebody that's girl? Everybody is standoffish to somebody that they do not know.
Yeah.
Are you that offended?
Well, I guess it was more he was saying like you should have told him and not Darion. Like
I
you should
don't
have.
have any obligation to do that. Nobody else talks. Nobody like okay, okay, okay. Let me show you how ridiculous this is. Okay.
Mhm.
Hi, Gregory. What's your name? Yeah. My name is Bryson. What's your name?
Gregory.
Gregory. Oh, okay. You're Gregory. We go and get cocktails. Yeah. Um. I'm from Jersey. Also, you're a little standoffish. And
Okay, you
wouldn't you
say
be like, bitch? Who
you
are
saying
you?
it's the awkwardness, like it's you don't know me, so it's like
Right.
why
So
randomly
why? Of course, you're going to be standoffish to somebody you don't know. Why do I need to announce that and tell you that to your face the first time I fucking meet you? I'm like, hi, Nard. It's nice to meet you. By the way, you're standoffish. Right. You see how silly that is? Get the fuck out of here. Stop trying to make shit with me. And that's why I was confused. I'm like, girl, why would I need why who does what? Who does that?
Mm,
The fuck? Nobody does that. Y'all don't do that.
that's true.
So why is this such a problem? And you know why it was a problem? Because Darion went back and put salt, pepper, and adobo on what I said.
I don't think he
not
did that.
adobo,
I
not
don't think he did
adobo.
that. I think by the time it got back to you, and even Darion said he didn't say that. But
Well, somebody said why do Nard care what Bryson think about him?
Exactly. If we first met, we were sitting in a fucking yard eating fried chicken and dirty rice. The fuck? y'all bitches better stop getting me activated. Y'all bitches, I'm serious. I'm just
I
like,
would say because I have never seen you, and I would say this, and like I didn't think this until after the fact because I didn't think about this, but I would say looking how you walked away because I never seen you walk away from a situation, so that let me know that you really was over it and you did not mean the intention behind the way Nard took it.
no.
I
Like who
really
does
believe it.
that?
I really believe it, but I guess Nard was saying I don't. I guess Nard just saying come to me. Don't say nothing behind my back. Just come to me. But I do after I see you walk away, I never seen you just like walk away in a sense. So I knew okay, you are blindsided and you thinking like I didn't mean it like that. Like, so why are you giving me
No.
this energy? Because I
I
honestly
didn't
didn't
think
even
that
mean it like this.
not that I didn't think that. I know that's not necessary. Like we were all sitting in that studio in Riverdale and we were all talking about this. You, me, everybody, and they all gave their opinions. And nobody went back to say anything to anybody besides Darion.
mm,
Darion was the only one that went back to say something to Nard.
mm.
And we were all saying stuff like he seemed cool, and I said he seemed cool, and but he just seemed a little standoffish, da 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 da. And then all of a sudden, I had to explain that, and we all were discussing shit and saying, "Well, that I can very much say that about everybody.
Mhm.
Mm.
Everybody said something.
Mhm. Mhm.
So why wasn't that a big deal? So why did you try to make it a big deal about me
Mm.
when everybody says, even you, Gregory?"
I said, what about Nard?
You said you had that, like, as far as his personality, and we were
Yeah,
all
he was
talking
calm. Yeah, Amir was more.
right.
Amir stood out. Well, not Amir was more talkative than him. Like he was like to
Yeah,
himself.
Amir was more the topic, right? Child, he ran away so fast.
Well, what I'm saying,
He,
no, Amir
he
stood out. I mean, Amir was more a talkative. He was talkative, and also too. Remember, Amir was there longer than Nard. Nard had came like at the tail end. Amir was
towards
there
the
for a
tail
while.
end, and Amir, right? So we were talking about both of them and what we felt about them. I thought that was a normal conversation because they're new. Why?
But I do remember Darion did challenge you when we was in the studio because when you said it, Darion like, so Bryce, you never, you always do this to new people. I do remember Darion challenging you in the studio was like, you
What
always.
new people
He was
were
saying he
there?
don't like new people. He was like, you always give them a hard time. You was like, no, I just don't. I just thought he was standoffish because Darion did say that while we was there that night.
You mean new people to the group in
Yeah,
the
in general, he was like, you always like, you know how you was about new people, and you was like, no, I just feel like he kind of just stand off. He was just to himself,
Yeah, he
and they,
was. He was very mute. Amir was a little bit more. He was more talkative, but I just probably knew. I didn't. I thought he was going to be able to handle the group, but he decided to run away. And then Nard stayed, but Nard was the less talkative one out of, like, he just seemed like he just was figuring things out, and that's cool, but that still would be considered standoffish. Everybody else was talking, he wasn't.
Mhm.
mm-hmm,
I don't understand why that would be a area of contention to where it needs to be. But then also I see in the confessionals that Darion was saying, oh, it was more than him saying that. He was saying, oh, when Bryson is intoxicated, watch out for her.
mm,
So it's kind of like, so you're supposed to be my friend, but you're also making me look bad to new people.
mm,
I don't know. I don't know how that translate to where you're being. I don't. And it's okay. And I said, bitch, everybody know I be drunk. That's not nothing new.
Mhm.
It didn't really offend me to the way that I will be mad at him. But also at the same time, why are you going to go to other? It's like you almost bashing me to new people that you don't even know. So make it make sense to me. Am I wrong? Am I crazy? Oh, oh.
Never mind.
yeah.
You saying one thing to somebody. You saying that Bryson said that, and then it came Bryson saying this and Bryson saying that, and then also watch out for that bitch when they get drunk. But you're my friend. I still love the hoe, and sometimes we just say things out of place.
Mhm.
But and I don't have any tension or anything of that nature. It's just the way it came off. And then you did your confessionals, and you said that now you giving me more information. You're telling me that you told him to watch out for me, and this. Okay, I don't. How am I supposed to feel? Now I really don't care because I wanted the bitch to know, like, girl, like, I had no issue with you,
Mhm.
no issue with you. I just met you. I said you seem standoffish, but you seem cool, but you're a little standoffish. I don't know how that turned into it, But Darion said that he didn't put all the extra salt and pepper and adobo and garlic salt on it. Then cool. But I took that for what it was. But then I look at the confessional, and then all of a sudden I hear that you said watch out for that bitch when he drunk.
Mm.
What am I supposed to think? Both of y'all. I'm asking y'all. How would you feel?
Yeah,
No,
but I think
I get your feeling because I think you're saying confessions are more current. So if you go on confessional and say these same things, it kind of make you feel like it's more. So I do get where you're coming from on that note with the
Hmm.
confession.
Like, what problem you got with me, child? All I did was confront you and say that, and even your closest that knew you longer, Jamie even said that wasn't right.
mhm,
So why are you so turned up about me and said, oh, we're just two different people?
mhm,
Why are you so turned up at me when your same friend that you were closest to is saying, bitch, that wasn't right. You shouldn't have done that.
mhm.
Mm,
And I was and the reason why I did it like that because I was very calm for a reason. Because I have love for him. I'm not gonna say I still have love for him.
Mhm.
That was just
mhm,
wrong. And unless you when you have like I think I was telling you this the other day, um, Gregory, yesterday. I can't be friends with no bitch that I don't argue with
mhm,
Mhm.
because that means that I can't trust you.
Mhm.
If I don't get in a disagreement with me, that means you just gonna say yes to everything that you get what I'm saying.
That's true.
yeah. So
So
do you think you and Apollo was on that route before y'all was on a route to be y'all was on the route to becoming friends before we went left? You and Apollo?
no, because he told me we was all going to hell. Girl, that don't work. How the fuck
You
you
right,
tell me we're gonna be friends and you're gonna say, "Oh, bitch, I'm."
right.
Girl,
You
I
got
guarantee you, I look up his browser information on his phone, and I guarantee you, before he clears his cookies and his cash, he's still looking to niggas beating their meats on the
Oh
regular.
God.
Let me ask you this, Bryson. Did you understand what he was saying when he said that in his confessional, he finally said what he should have told you is you hurt his feeling by denying his deliverance. What do you think
Yeah,
about
that's
this?
what he should. I think I think he should have just said. I don't. He should have just expressed that, and I could have related a different way, or
Mm-hmm.
expressed it a different way. But then for you to come back and say that all LGBT and everybody is going to hell, and he's not, even though he done fucked and sucked, he's not, cause he got delivered, honey. But still going to Bulldogs, buying multiple rounds of drinks and professing his love for another man in the middle of the floor and speaking false tongues. Um, he ain't going to hell, but we're going to hell.
Yeah, that was a. I
Yeah,
was.
that was the most.
Yeah, that was a. That
And
was.
he trying his best on this show to act like he's trying to act like Karen right now. But we all know the truth. And we all know what's going on. But I was just the only bitch that was gonna call it out like, bitch, girl, please. Girl, please. Let's look under the mattress and see what materials that you got that you're looking to. Because even the Catholic priests be touching little boys. And you
Oh.
look like you sucking dick on a regular basis.
Oh.
I told him that.
Yeah,
I
you
told him he got sucking dick lips.
what is
Child,
mm.
he probably sucked a whole bunch of cum. That's why he gained a
Oh.
100 pounds.
Oh yeah, he got thick. Somebody said preacher got peaches.
I
That's
did
right,
see that.
child.
I saw that in the comments.
Try to talk about somebody is fucking going to hell and a week ago. Child, like you don't do all kinds of sins on your regular basis, and you speaking to Jesus and the false prophet, child. You're a false prophet, and you getting your word of God from Wikipedia. You need to stop it.
Wikipedia.
The fuck? You don't know what the fuck. You don't know what the fuck. He don't know. He don't know what he doing. It was like I remember when I first, and I'm gonna go after this, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, when he first, I remember when I first got got saved and all that, and I found God. I
Mm-hmm.
was doing all the tongues and all the other kind of stuff, and I was telling people about God, and I was telling and he's doing the same thing. Girl, you were on methamphetamine, and you were on crack cocaine, and you were doing weed. You were getting your butt blown out, and you were doing all the things, and now all of a sudden, since your life has been in peril, and now you decided that you wanted to do something, and now you decided instead of eating meth, you wanted to eat chicken wings and got your ass blown up. And now you want to come back on the show and then try to tell the other girls that you are saved and you are all the thing. I don't believe it. And I know very much you're not delivered because I know you probably still beating your meat 3 o'clock in the morning to something that you claim that you don't want to do with anymore. So anyway, I do have to go, young lady.
All right, thank you, Bryce. You know, you never
Uh,
hold them.
I will. What I will do is I'm gonna try to come back, but I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
try to come back on my computer because right
Okay.
now I'm on my friend's phone.
Okay.
Mm,
Hi,
yeah.
friend. Okay, Bryce. Thank you
No,
so
not
much, man.
yeah. You know who it is.
Who is
Who?
it?
Who is it?
Hey, what's up,
Oh,
y'all?
oh, I thought you said hi.
I thought you said no.
Oh, I thought this was.
Who is it?
Don't say my name.
It's just a child. It's just my friend. It's my best friend, child. One of my best friends.
Okay.
Oh,
All
I
right.
know who that is.
All right.
Hey,
Y'all have a
Child.
good night, guys.
I clocked it.
Thank you
Hey.
again, Bryce.
All right, I'll be back. I'll try to come back on in a couple of minutes.
All right. Talk to you
Bye.
soon.
All
All
right,
right.
bye.
Not the. Anyway,
Yeah. So, what did we stop at before Bryce came up and we was
I don't
everywhere?
remember. We went
Yeah.
on a.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think we stopped where Bryson was sitting down with.
Yeah. Yeah. What did you? How did you feel about that situation? Did you feel like it was? Did you feel like? 'Cause I know you did tell me before we went live. You were saying you feel like the episode made Darion look in a bad light, right?
Yeah, I feel like it definitely put him in a bad light. Like he just going around saying shit, and like not only I know, but Bryson know. Anybody who knows Darion for real knows that that's not who he is. He don't go around just saying stuff. I really think that stuff got lost in translation. Honestly, like the game of telephone. When Bryson was talking about how he came back with Say Song and all this other shit, and I'm like, Darion, and Darion told him, I did not say that. Like, I didn't say it. I'm telling you, I did not say that. Now,
Mhm.
however it got back to Bryson is how I got back to Bryson. And I feel like how things were, like, kind of portrayed, they did put him in a bad light.
Yeah, but you know that's why I think it's a lot. It's 15 episode because next episode you'll hear more Darion because we do game night. You was out of town. I don't think you're gonna be in next week. You know
Mm-hmm.
you went to a conference in Dallas, so
Yeah.
you'll hear more about Darion's side of what happened and him. You'll get to hear from Taiwan and Darion next week.
Oh,
So
Lord.
that would be the good thing about that. Like each episode is just a piece of the puzzle.
Oh,
Um,
Lord.
but yeah, I think it was and actually those scenes happen like that. That's why
I
I
know.
played because they happen like Bryson had just to sit down like a couple of days before he did the ball with y'all, but he didn't go too much in it. But I'm sure you watching it, you probably like, oh, so that's what y'all talked about.
Yep.
But so
Mm-hmm.
it was a lot. I think it was a lot. I think it's about we didn't see Taiwan tonight.
No, we didn't. Taiwan, I
Yeah.
think, was actually supposed to be at the mayor's ball, but I don't know what happened to that.
Yeah, yeah. So Taiwan will be back next week, as well as you'll hear from Darion of what happened, from what his understanding, and you'll also get Darian respond of a lot of things because following that episode will be the newsletter when we go to Stone Mountain. So yeah, these next 5 episodes very intense. Um,
Oh Lord, the girls are gonna.
so yeah, we gonna see. Like I said, I never judge a season until we get over the Castro because I feel like when everything out, we'll kind of know how everybody really feel because everybody can always feel one way until things play back. And then like even Bryson is a perfect example. He feeling some type of way of because of Darian confessionals.
Yeah.
Because confessionals, we all know confessions are more current.
Yep.
And so if you go in a confessional, say one thing, you kind of feel like, oh wow. So
That's how you feel
right.
currently. That's
Right.
why I said I feel like they definitely need, and I said this before we start airing. Like they
Mhm.
definitely, I don't know why Bryson probably decided not to speak on it for a different reason, but like they definitely are not what they were before, and you could tell that from Darian's confessional.
Right, but that's why my mind honestly trying to think about that. Bryson, was it something to see? I probably when Bryson was talking, my mind trying to go back on why Darian would.
Is
Oh,
I
let me
think.
ask you this though. Do
Mhm.
you think? Because you remember Darian. So let me just break the fourth. Go behind the scene. Darian did do his confessional after he seen the first episode, and Darian was very disappointed in Bryson for what he was laughing with Devontae and him, and the top of the second episode. So Darian he didn't like that. So do you think that could have been
Maybe
yeah,
that might be a thing. He probably did see that and be like, "Bitch, you supposed to be friends with Jamie.
right? Because he did
Why you
yes,
over there with the ops, knowing that me and Devontae weren't cool then?"
cool at the time, especially the
Yeah,
type of topic it was
yeah,
more so than anything.
that might be it. That might be it too. I don't know. Bryson was here, so I spoke from me, not from
Mhm.
Darian, because I was just like, because because when you asked me about it last time, I was like, well, that's probably just Bryson. He was just like drinking or whatever. But I did go back and rewatch it. I was like, that seemed kind of funny. That's why I asked Bryson when he was up here,
Mhm.
like what that was about. But that could be about stability. Darian probably saw that episode and was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that probably didn't sit well with him." But I that probably adds to it. But I know they
Adds to it, right? I think it adds to it, and it also probably gave him a confirmation for what something
yeah,
already probably happened, and he probably like, okay, yes, I finna let have.
that could yeah that could that definitely could add
Because I
to
know
it.
you didn't mention to me. It was only him mentioned to me. He didn't like. I know you didn't say anything about it, but
Yeah,
Darian was definitely said he did say it out loud. Like that's kind of funny. Like he was kind of like sighing. He didn't really make a fuss about it, but he definitely was like, this
y'all
is
supposed to be friends,
interesting.
but you over there laughing with
Right.
Devontae about what he said. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yup.
Yeah.
So that's
So
probably that could
that
add to it.
could be yeah, that could be it because we all know confessions are current, and sometimes the people don't know how to go back to how they felt. If they ain't feeling
Mm.
you, bitch, I'm gonna let you know right now, bitch. I don't like you. I don't care what I said in that scene. I don't care
Listen,
what I said in that scene, bitch. I don't like you, bitch.
listen,
Um,
and
I, I don't know. I
when
just
you do confessions, you definitely do gotta like get in the mindset of like how you felt there. Because yeah, I could drag Devontae for filth, but that's not how I currently feel about him. Um, well, we're in a better place now. I think we, had our time or whatever, but we're definitely in a better place now. But back then, yes, we was reading Devontae for filth.
yeah, especially at that episode one. That was yeah.
Oh, we was reading him down. We was reading him down.
Yes,
That
but like I said, next week y'all gonna hear from Darian about they saying that what did you think about Bryson saying about Malik? Do you believe that?
about what Bryson said about Malik.
Yeah, the phone calls and stuff.
I only believe that because wait, did I freeze? Okay, no.
No, you good. So
I
you do believe it.
I believe Malik called him. Yeah.
Hmm.
because, like I said, Bryson called me like not too long after that happened. It was like, why is Malik calling me? I'm like, girl, I don't know. Like what? Like what? Like I do believe Malik called him. I don't know what went on with that conversation, but I do believe what Bryson was saying. I mean, because like, why else? Like, why would you? You and Bryson do not talk. Y'all don't have a relationship like that. Y'all don't have a friendship like that. So, like, what's the motive? That's what I said earlier. I feel like he's trying to, well, not trying to, but he's trying to find a way back into, onto real life and philanthropy. And if he come back this season for a girl, welcome. But like, I feel like Malik was trying to get his foot back in the door.
Well, it definitely made one hell of a storyline because
it did, and it
explosive. It's gonna be some stuff at this park, and then the Stone Mountain, in the newsletter. Like I said, it's gonna be very cringy. Just some of the things. I guess you got to watch another person kind of tear you down, like the stuff these people about to be saying about each other.
Who tearing me down?
Not you. I'm saying in general. I'm just saying people that's on the show have to watch other they cast member like talk down about these things, are like, especially Malik with this newsletter, because so
that newsletter is not for the faint of heart. That newsletter is not for the faint of heart, trust me.
So what you think, the fighting is worse or the newsletter?
Oh, the newsletter is definitely worse. The newsletter is definitely worse.
A physical fight is a physical fight. I feel like when you write something like that about a person, to me, it can last long. It can get in the wrong hands. They could be basically be on the internet forever.
To be clear, I was not in nobody's club passing around no goddamn newsletter talking about this.
That show wasn't popping last week.
That sounds like something I would do. Like, seriously.
Is it a possibility that you might have showed someone a phone?
I don't care how drunk I get. I don't care how drunk I get. I don't care. I would never, like, even in past situations when it came remotely, like, close to the show and I felt somebody else was doing something that would hurt the integrity of the show, I'm like, hey, Greg, bitch, you might need to, like, look at this.
Oh, yeah.
So why would I do that? That doesn't make sense. That's ruining it. That's ruining it for the people who watch the show.
Yeah, that's true.
No.
You have done it
Absolutely not. People getting on live, people getting on IG live. You might need to go check that out. I don't know what it's about, but like they might like why? No. And I'm the very person that are like that's trying to help keep the integrity of the show. Why would I be? Bitch, look at this. I don't care if because I did want Darian to release it, sooner than like at that point, because I'm just like, girl, go ahead and do it. Like, he got you, go get him back. But Darian told me no, Darian didn't want to do that. I'm not going to go against not only the show, but also my friend. And being Bulldogs passing out a newsletter? Are you serious? Are you out of your mind? You have lost your marbles. No, I don't know.
Well, let me ask you this, though. Go into the ball. Like, I think everybody got invited, and I think you talked about in your confession, you was very disappointed that didn't nobody show up. And like you said, it's supposed to be real life philanthropy, but then you had to catch it. So you're like, well, no one is, this group. So how did you feel about that, and what was that coming about?
I feel like I've invited the group to the mayor's ball every year that I've been on the show. Even with my friends, like outside of the show, like I invite them every year. Hey, y'all, go. This is a good, opportunity. If for nothing else, go network and meet somebody. Bryson is a true testament of going the year before and met, I think, 2 or 3 people who were really good connects for him. Like, those are really, really good opportunities for people who call themselves philanthropists or people who want to give back. That's a great opportunity because there's some powerful people there. Candy Burris was there. You never know who you could have got in contact that knew Candy. You know what I mean? Like, that is a perfect opportunity for anybody who's interested in giving back, anybody who's interested in philanthropy to attend. You never know who you're going to meet. And so for the group to be like, girl, okay, girl, y'all paid it for the third year in a row, I feel like I was disappointed because I'm just like, okay, girl, I know a lot of these people in this room, but it's not for me to like. It's not a Jamie thing, you know what I mean? Now, on the situation with Bryson the year before, I was like, "Oh, Bryson." By the way, I actually had him meet Malik Brown, who is the advisor to the mayor. Hey, Bryson, here's Malik Brown. Like, you might need to get in contact with him. Like, Bryson shook his hand and all this other thing, and Bryson met somebody else that I forgot what he does, but he met somebody else that was a good connect for him. So I wanted to extend that opportunity to the group because whether or not you have a nonprofit, you never know who you might be able to meet who can help you, start your nonprofit, who can help you fund your nonprofit, who can, those things. And for the group not to show up, I'm like, okay, girl, well, should I keep inviting y'all to stuff like this? Like, I know it's not the most fun thing.
No, but that was actually better than that was a good one.
Yeah,
liquor. It was it was,
and it was free liquor.
It was free liquor, yeah. And the year
and
after
you could
that, they
drink
didn't
all
have it.
night.
But no, it wasn't a. It's not a boring event though. That's the thing.
No. So when I say boring, I feel like the girls feel like if it's not always about a cocktail and a good key or a good shade, they don't want to do it. They think the mayor's reception and they think, oh, we sit down in suits and we, doing this and that. But as you know, you've gone a few years and it's always a good time. It's not sitting down listening to speeches and nothing like that. You're going to drink, you're going to turn up, you're going to hear some people speak, but also you can network and have fun too. So I don't know. I was a little disappointed because I was just like, okay, and that's why I made the shady remark. I was like, oh wait, well, none of these girls are philanthropists because in my head, if you say you want to give back and you're in a nonprofit and all this other stuff, this would be the ideal event for you to go to meet somebody. So I don't know.
Yeah, it was a good event though. How did you feel about that scene? Did you think it was a good scene? The mayor scene?
Yeah, I feel like it was good. Yeah, it gave very much like the mayor's ball in a snapshot. You got speakers, you got us drinking, having a good time, you got us taking pictures. So yeah, it was really good. It was a good it was
yeah,
good.
I thought so. Yeah, then and then after that, of course, we went outside. There was like a 12-minute scene of the conversation was, but it had to be had. So yeah. And then after that, of course, you see Devontae and Nard get ready for their photo shoot.
Yeah, that was the one when they did the black and white stuff, right?
Yes. Yeah. I think they already released those photos, but yeah, this is like them getting ready. Yeah, because you actually did the filming of that. Yeah. That's the part that you'll see kind of next.
That was good. I like seeing them them in that element because I think Nard was kind of also directing. Well, we didn't get there yet, but he was kind of directing that whole scene too as well.
Yeah.
Directing the scene when the actual photo shoot part.
Yeah.
But overall,
hey,
hello. Can you hear us, Bryson?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we can hear
you. You put me in the background the whole time.
No, it wouldn't let you up at first, and then you left and came back.
Oh,
you just left and you just clicked back on.
It said I was in the back. I was in the back studio.
No, it does to everybody.
Oh,
before you click on
it. Well, I definitely just to piggyback, and I'm gonna let you go on to the next subject. Yes, the ball was definitely a good benefit, and the girls missed out on going to the ball because we met. Remember, we met that girl that it was the girl. The one you talking about was the girl that said she would fund me doing a non-for-profit event. I think it was like $2,000 or something.
Yeah, Tony.
I met her. I met a lot of great people there the year before. But child, low-key, no shade. As much as y'all try to shade the girls that be drinking, honey, we had the most connections when we were drinking. Okay. Now this year, girl, when they had the mocktails, girl, everybody was leaving. So
Yeah.
y'all figure it out.
I didn't go that year because I heard about that. I was like, oh girl, no.
Girl, wasn't nobody making no connection when they had the mocktails, honey.
Because like it's something about, and I maybe it's like a corporate thing because just working in corporate and government, like a lot of deals are made around a bar. Deals are made. They say deals are made on the golf course as well, but
exactly
deals, connections and stuff. People build rapport around a bar. I don't know what it is about alcohol, but it gets the girls going.
Well, I can tell you.
It definitely
Girl,
gets the girls. It gets the girls lubricated and active. Okay,
it gets their throat lubricated. Girl, they start to get a little feisty,
a little loose,
a little bold.
Yeah.
So
like the year before, I was telling Greg, like the year before, I forgot what that guy was and what his name was, but you walked away with a really good connection with him as well, like business wise, and that's why I always invite the cast out to be like, girl, come to this event. It's free. They got alcohol, and come meet somebody. Come network.
They just, see, here's my whole thing is that the girls, they want to say that they're doing. Now, I'm not a full-fledged on, that industry like you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that level of philanthropy, but I appreciate you because you were bringing me into that world. And I will say that you definitely, the connections that I had, or the people that I met, I felt very proud that I even got to meet these people, and it was because of you. Yeah. And I realized that even meeting these people, that I actually could actually do something. I actually could make a difference, with my ideas and the things that I wanted to do, because I wanted to make a studio that the local children and local people could come in, and make music and learn about music production and learn about the entertainment industry and all that. I realized that there was a real opportunity for it. So I really do think that people really, the people on the cast, they missed a real opportunity. Get a real opportunity to even see their face shown. Yeah. You may not get the right connection right off the gate, but you having your face seen and people recognizing you, and that plays a big part, especially in those kind of circles.
Yeah. And it would have been really, really good for them to meet Malik Brown. Remember the advisor to the mayor? When I walked up to him, he gave me a hug and everything like that, and we started chatting up, and it was really good. Like those kind of connections are like I have them, but I think it's like I wouldn't be myself if I just kept those connections to myself and those type of events to myself.
Right.
This is about expanding everybody's kind of like empire and expanding everybody's network. But the girls don't want to go to that kind of stuff because it's not we not shading, we not reading, we not just it's not a key. It's not the type of key they want to go to. I don't think.
Right. I also think that triggered by the name Malik.
Malik Brown.
I know, but
you say you triggered by Malik Bryson?
He said the girls might be triggered by the name.
Oh, okay, the group. Yeah, I got you.
Girl. Anyway, what's next?
Girl, I'm back.
I was glad to see your confessionals, Bryson.
Oh, it came out?
Yeah, your confessional on this episode.
I did not know that.
You didn't watch the episode? No, you didn't.
No.
But yeah, your confessionals came out this week, or one of them.
Child, let me tell you.
I got so many from the first 3 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I got so many inboxes.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you?
The girls was inboxing you.
Yeah.
I believe that. And I was telling Greg earlier, I was like, oh, because he asked how did I feel about seeing your confessions. I was like, I was really happy to see you had confessions again. Because the first 3 episodes you didn't have any.
Yeah.
Bryce, you didn't know the episode came out tonight?
He ain't watched it.
No.
Well, no, I know he probably didn't watch it because I know he was out with his friend, but I thought he knew it come out on Sunday. Okay. Also, yeah. So no, I thought you probably seen it tonight. What you was talking about, but I think you probably knew about the sneak peek of what
I didn't know you edited that fast.
Yeah. Yep, I did you and Devontae yesterday.
Oh, I was excited to see Devontae have.
Wait, Devontae's still here? No,
I was excited. I was excited to see Devontae had confessions too because I didn't think he was gonna have none. No shade. I
didn't know. So I didn't know he was gonna have. I mean, I wasn't supposed to have confessionals either. But it was. I think it was because there was a lot of people that were half and half about my position on.
About the homosexual thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a tough topic.
I do appreciate Gregory for. I do appreciate you for giving me the opportunity to at least say my side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I would have. Well, yeah, we still gotta, we gotta meet next week. So
we still gotta do more.
Right. But what I'm saying is, because I feel like I don't know, because I don't know how Apollo feel. That's why I'm curious. I want to talk to Apollo because I don't really know how he feel about you. You know what I mean? Because it's been so long ago, and he done confessionals too. So I want to talk to him when I talk to him Thursday on the live. I want to talk to him about do he still believe that? Like, I kind of want to get where he, I want to go more. I want to go deeper into that for some reason with him.
I think the audience wants to know more. They want to know more about the delusion too. It's just how it is. I mean, they want to know about the crackhead.
Oh my God!
Crackhead methamphetamine. Pastor.
So do you feel like using his testimony against him, Bryson?
I'm just being petty, but yeah. Because the way that he was speaking about me in those confessionals on the goddamn, I was like, okay, well, girl, you think?
Yeah. He was still throwing shade at you.
What you don't do is
he was dragging it. He was definitely dragging it.
Right. So I was just like, okay, that's why I was willing to do the confessionals because if he would have kept it light, I just would have went about my business.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to come back and say something because
I know you said he looked like a prostitute in that red suit.
Right, he looked like a streetwalker. He looked like he was selling himself, and he was his work. And girl, if you think about it, why wouldn't I think that? Because who the fuck says that they have to go to work, and then
you go to the club.
minutes later you show up at Bulldogs?
Yeah,
I mean.
He told me about that. He said
if you would have just told you just called out. Like, well, what would Janet Jackson say? Oh, so you doing the pending?
Well,
girl,
I asked him about that. He said something about when he got there, they told him he didn't have to work. So he was like,
well, either that or
they told him he didn't have to work because he was already running late. Or like
no, he said I guess they doubled, like they had overdid the schedule. So he was like, that's why he went to the club because he didn't have to work. He was already downtown. So then
it was like 15 minutes later.
Yeah, but that's what he told me. So I don't know.
Wait, so you decide, I'm gonna go to Bulldogs of all places.
Right. Because he worked right by Bulldogs.
I'm gonna go to Bulldogs of all places would I know that this is not what I agree with? You know. I mean, I'm not trying to like judge him, but I'm just trying to think because if like, what's your rationale? I don't agree with this lifestyle. I've been delivered XYZ, but I'm gonna go to the same place that I said that. You know, this is not like, because if I don't like something and if I don't agree with something, I'm just not gonna go. That's me.
Right.
Yeah. But like,
and then you go in the middle of the club and profess your love for me, buy everybody drinks, get kicked out, speak in tongues and blasphemy, and speak tongues and blasphemy, all that, and get kicked out because you got too belligerently drunk, and you being drunk is also a sin, honey. So let's clock all that. You're delivered.
I didn't know he was drinking. I thought he was just buying y'all.
Mama was twisted that night.
I'm sorry, Jamie. Can you say that a little bit louder for the people?
She was twisted that night. Mama was turned. Okay.
Thank you. Y'all like to glorify my drinking, but other bitches be doing the same fucking thing, but it just don't be caught on camera, and because I don't give a fuck.
Oh no, she was on camera. It just so happened that nobody got the footage. But
yeah, it's not on real life Philanthropy's cameras.
Everybody was recording that night. I
know everybody
camera phones galore.
Everybody I talked to was over him. They said he did too much that night. Nars said it. Taiwan said it.
Everybody was there.
Nars said they was looking at him like he was crazy. They said he was jumping up in the middle of the floor and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Being Christian doesn't mean he's perfect. At least he's trying. No, okay. So it doesn't mean if he's saying that he's being Christian is perfect. But if you're going to try to say all the gay people's going to hell, what the fuck that mean? What kind of a Christian are you? And then you also sucking dick and going to the gay bar with us. What the fuck that mean?
I don't know if he was sucking dick at the gay bar, but I definitely
you can tell by his bottom lip. He just got done. Please. Let's not do this. The man is a false prophet. The man is acting like he got delivered and he just found Jesus, and now he's on the everybody needs to get saved tour, but still beaten to his meat to gay porn.
I don't know that. I know he was in the club though. I know he was definitely in that club being turned.
Changes take time. Yeah, changes take some goddamn time, but don't be going around telling everybody else they going to hell while you still in sin. That don't make no goddamn time. That don't make no sense.
How did you feel about Apollo's statement that he telling Bryson all homosexuals going to hell?
That was off-putting. I mean, because okay, so he said that, but then he also said no one sin is greater than the other, but you're not going to hell. But you're not going to hell.
Right.
So we know that we live in sin every day naturally. So what makes you different from what we're doing?
Exactly.
You were just saying that you still, struggle and you think about men and all this other stuff, and whatever you do in your private life is your private life. That ain't got nothing to do with me. But like, it almost comes off as if you're condemning people to hell when you saying, "Oh well, y'all going to hell, but I'm gonna be in heaven chilling." Well,
right. I'm gonna still be in heaven trying to fuck on the apostles up there. That's what he gonna fucking do. The fuck?
Yeah.
And then he made the comment.
You can't come to me and tell me I'm going to hell when you. First of all, you wearing skin tight clothing, velour, coming to the gay bar,
not velour,
getting drunk, getting kicked out, cussing, trying to fight me, and doing all this other kind of stuff, and you saying you so saved. And then you just and I told him, did not tell him, Gregory, I know how to speak tongues too. You see how easy that is, bitch? I can do that just as easy as you can.
Nice time said he has repented. He has repent. That's the difference according to the Bible.
Well,
He's repented.
how do
He's
we know?
also repented. He's also repented and went to Bulldogs the next day and came over to.
Well, he also made the comment about when you and when Bryson and him were getting into it or whatever. He said, "Oh, I can just repent. I'll be fine." Like,
Yeah,
how
he
do
did
you?
say that. Yeah,
Where do we go
yeah.
from there too?
You
Like,
can't pick and choose. Yeah,
you
I
can't.
agree.
It's like you pick it up when it's like when it's
Necessary.
convenient for
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Thank you.
That's
So
true.
like,
That's true.
So are
like
you being
how do we
authentic?
justify that? But I mean, I ain't got no heaven nor no hell to put nobody in. I just don't like if that's your walk, if that's your journey with Christ, cool. But don't come over here trying to like condemn me to hell. All y'all
Right.
gay, y'all going to hell
Thank you,
because y'all
Jimmy.
gay. But
Thank you.
like Darian said, let's turn the
Y'all in
camera
the
back around on
comments,
you
they in the
and see
comments
what you
trying to
doing.
tear me
You know what I
down
mean?
just because they're trying to in the comments trying to tear me down just because I questioned it. But y'all know damn well that this man is not based off now that you know new information and new findings, and you know that the man tried to cuss me out and try to fight me because I said that I don't really believe that he's delivered from homosexuality, and then he goes to a gay clubs and bars everybody drinks and gets kicked out for being drunk. Hopefully you'll think about something else. Y'all always try to like demonize me because y'all just hate, y'all just love to not like me. Or some of y'all love me, some of them love me, and some of them hate me, and that's cool. But the ones
Somebody
that
said,
love me get it.
yeah, they said I don't like so Tab said I don't like he condemning, but he replaced Christ for drugs. So we talked about that. I wish he would have just talked about the drugs and him being delivered from drugs versus the homosexuality. I feel like he would have connect better with people versus saying that. Like and a lot of dead people they say like I applaud him because being on drugs, get delivered from drugs is a major thing.
I don't think he on drugs no more. I just
Right.
think
But
he
what
on.
I'm saying is,
I don't think he
if he
on
would have
drugs.
came
I
with
just
that
think he's
testimony,
stupid.
if he would have came with that testimony, I think people would have probably relate more to that.
But you kept trying to say we all going to hell, girl. You went from one drug from meth to stupid.
Not meth
Yeah.
is stupid. I'm screaming.
Wow.
What else we talking about? Oh, Malik is here. Oh, Jesus.
I don't think he's here. I see him, but
Hello.
oh, what's up, hey Malik?
Hi.
How you doing,
Girl, your
honey?
audio is giving very much.
I think he driving sound.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, but it's the wind in the back.
Oh, okay.
Girl,
Yeah,
don't be
I'm in
trying to
the
come
car.
up here and come for me, child.
But what's going on tonight was an interesting episode.
Yes, it was. I tell you, the next 5 episodes are gonna be very
Think so?
intense.
And 10.
Malik, I got a question for you.
I got to answer, babe.
You sleeping with our man?
I'm certainly not.
Okay. I was just asking, child, because girl, y'all sat down real delicate from the preview.
Yeah, we sit down.
So are y'all friends now?
I wouldn't say we are friends. I mean, we sit down. He is one of the persons who attacked me, so we sit down and talk about it.
Who initiated the conversation?
I was told that he was interested in sitting
You
down.
was told.
I was told that he was interested in sitting down, and I
Oh,
believe.
okay. So he wanted to sit down with you.
Yeah, I didn't have his contact or anything.
You didn't want to like do a rematch or something?
Um,
No, like Emily,
No,
I'm really like I'm not in no shit. I'm just saying like
no,
because
I didn't want to do
I would
a
feel some kind of way.
rematch. I didn't want to do a rematch. I mean, I didn't want to fight to begin with. I didn't know them, so it wasn't like anything I need to get off my chest. I didn't know them, so yeah.
So let me ask you this:
Let's go.
why would you? So we all know that you did call me and you did mention them quite a bit,
Yeah,
and I
let's talk about that.
yeah. So why, if you
You,
didn't know them, why did you call me and ask me about them quite a bit?
yeah, let's talk about that phone call. So,
Hmm.
first of all, Bryson, you and I know that you call me. You call me. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here. I heard you.
Okay, but agree or disagree, you call me.
I don't remember, but either way,
Oh, okay, you don't remember. Okay, got
a
it.
conversation.
You have called me
Excuse me.
several
The
times.
conversation happened, but during the conversation,
Yeah.
I didn't even know I Nor had a boyfriend. Didn't you tell me that that he didn't
We're
have? Okay, girl, slow down. Maybe park the car. Maybe park the car, honey.
just laying out work. So you call me. You have called me several times. So I did call you because I was
Hmm.
just,
That's what I said. I
returning
said
the
that you
phone
called me,
call.
right?
You called me in the middle of the night, drinking, asking me
But you just said
questions.
that you called me,
So
right?
I didn't think
Hmm.
that it was weird for me to call you.
Like we don't
So when
talk,
I did
and
call
even if I
you,
did call you, you don't pick up the phone. So that's why I said it was weird as fuck,
No, he dropped.
child.
I think the area he in.
Well, when you're getting government assistance and child, and you have to get the phone that they give you for free that they advertise on YouTube, that might be the case. But
I thought you
we.
and Malik left off on a good term, Bryce.
I mean, clearly he's trying it right now. Is he not?
I'm yeah. I think he's saying
Well, I
that
think he's trying it.
right, right. I'm not in disagreement, but I'm trying to might make sense out of it. I think he don't like. I guess he don't like what you saying about how the phone call went.
I don't give a fuck. And he very much said that he did call me. Bitch, that while we were filming during the season before,
Mm-hmm.
while we were filming together, yeah, of course, I may have called him a couple times,
Mm-hmm.
but he never picked up the phone,
Mm-hmm.
and we never really talked.
So this season
So
you never call him. Like, well, at least
right, like
gotcha.
so, no. Let me make it very clear. I have talked to Malik, on the phone, but he never picks up the phone.
hello.
Yeah, you bet, Malik.
Yeah,
You
it
lost
had
your
kicked me off.
no. I think it was your connection. I didn't kick you out. It wasn't me.
No, I think
Yeah, we're
yeah,
all wondering about that.
string or
Oh, okay.
but no. So I called Bryson. When I called you, I was telling you about the conversations that I had with. I had a conversation with Taiwan, and I also had a conversation with Darian. These are two
Well, who? Oh, I'm
separate
sorry. You had a conversation with Taiwan and who?
and Darian. These
Oh,
are
okay.
two separate conversations that I
Right.
had.
Which I very
Okay.
much explained.
Right.
Hmm.
Okay. So in both of those conversations I had with those young men, they told me that they had knew. We were talking about the new people on the show.
Hmm.
Darian expressed to me that he had knew Amir's boyfriend. I didn't know the people's name at the time. They just the new people on the show.
You did
So
mention Amirs, but you were really focused on Nard.
okay, so then I also tell you that Taiwan told me that he knows someone, the new person boyfriend.
Hold on. Bryson is problematic for no reason and need to take several seconds to come. First of all, bitch, thank you for watching. See you next week. But anyway, go
Yeah,
ahead.
so Taiwan had me and him had the conversation where he told me that he filmed with the new person and he knew their boyfriend. Okay, cool.
But why did you
So
keep like? No, I didn't.
my
Now
thing,
when we were talking, I kept saying kept telling you I don't know shit about that.
right?
But you kept asking me about them. Did you or did you not?
So what did I ask you about them?
You kept asking me about what their scenes were and all of that. You kept asking me a lot of questions about his boyfriend and their
The only
relationship
the only question the
with
only
what's
question that I asked you, have you filmed with the new people?
the girl.
That includes Nard and Amir at the time.
And once I
And
said no,
and
you
when it
still
came to Nard, I asked you, did like was is his boyfriend filming? Is he like a part of the show? That was the only question that I
and if
raised
I keep
about
telling you
his
that I don't
boyfriend.
know, I didn't even know that Nard had a boyfriend.
You told me that. You
Right.
said that.
So
Yeah. I
you
didn't know that.
that
I
was
don't know that,
gagacious. That
Bryson.
was
I don't know
gagacious
that.
to me.
You told me that
The problem was Malik
no, the
is
problem. Let me tell you the problem.
no,
The problem
okay,
is
no. I
this
can
is
tell. Okay, I'll let you tell you let me know your problem, and I'm gonna tell you what the problem was that got your ass on the ground. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, girl. I wasn't the reason.
I told you.
The reason as to why you got into an issue is because you should have never called me asking about somebody else's man,
Was almost made
and
to
the
be
way that you
like
did
the
it,
same conversation
it
where Darian was
insinuated
talking about
that
one
you were
person
trying to act
and
like
Taiwan was
that
talking about
Darion.
someone else. It was made to
No,
almost seem
Malik.
like
No,
they
Malik.
were
You know what the fuck you did.
Thompson,
You know what the fuck
which
you
they
did.
were not.
Because you knew.
And
Because you knew. Excuse
furthermore, I
me.
never said
Excuse
that.
me, Karen.
Like I never.
You knew damn well that I was gonna run back and talk to goddamn Gregory. Girl, pay your bill.
Damn, did we see him on the ground yet? Wow.
Child, that was on the preview. What the fuck?
No,
On the
that episode.
preview, he
Yeah,
was
yeah, no,
on the
no. I'm
ground.
asking. Yeah, but that episode haven't aired yet. I'm answering the question for the person that's
Oh,
asking it.
okay. Well, I won't speak on that episode
Oh no,
because
no, you good. They was just asking the question. I guess they thought they missed it.
you say that now, Gregory, then you're gonna block my ass later.
Block
Why do you
you.
think he gonna block you?
Child. As soon as I say so, child, then you got
No, he was no.
the ugly ass bitch from the other show.
Hold on,
Gonna
wait,
lie
Bryson.
on
Hold on,
me.
Bryson. Wait. I was looking at the comments too. He was just talking about. He was responding to a comment in the comment section. He wasn't talking
Girl,
about
I'm not
you.
looking at this one. Malik know what the fuck he was doing, and we all know what the fuck he wanted to do, and that's why he got his
Okay,
ass beat up.
what happened? What
You
was
No,
know
you
what
happening?
went out
happened.
again.
We seen it on camera. We all know what happened. But as far as what you're saying is what we're trying to match up with.
What is it that I was doing?
You called me to be messy.
Okay, Bryson, you call me to be messy all the time.
But do you pick up the phone? No.
I do. I do pick up the phone.
When has it
Bryson,
and has it
I have picked up the
okay.
phone for you
Okay.
several
Okay, let's
times.
go. Let's
I
go with that.
have picked
Has
up
it
the
made
phone
the
for you
show?
several
Has it
times.
made the show? No.
No,
But
it's not about that.
unfortunately, the shit
It's
that
not
you
about
did,
that.
the shit that you did when you were asking questions about the boyfriends and all that, got your ass dragged in the dirt
Okay.
where you were being a scientist tasting minerals.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And
Okay. Are you thinking?
so
I'll let you process. The screen is still loading.
what's your
Okay.
point?
Okay. Yeah, check your notes and make sure that you're checking your pad. You know what you did.
Oh, I
You
gotta.
called me Because I was going to I was going to go back and call somebody and tell them about the tea. And I was going to call Gregory. Me and Gregory were close. We're very close. You knew that. You knew I was going to call and say, bitch. You knew that. Just the same way that you decided to make a definite decision to put that wig on top of your head, it's the same way that you knew that I was going to call Gregory. And tell him, bitch, let me tell you what the fuck I got going. And you knew that was going to happen. Don't act like you didn't know that was going to happen. The fuck?
I'm saying, what's the point, though? So what's the point? Who's acting innocent?
Nothing is the point.
What
I
is the
don't
point that
understand
you're
why the point you're
making?
here. We're all trying to figure out the point.
You're making.
We're all trying to figure out the point why you sat down with Nard's ex-boyfriend because what? You wanted to be messy.
I sat down with his boyfriend because I was letting everybody know what time it was.
Right. Did you pay your cell phone bill? Because your volume is low, honey.
Girl, you are low.
Am I?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
So
just like the ratings.
I'm trying to see what is the point that is being made? I called you. I did.
So let's figure it out.
I asked you questions.
1, 2,
I did.
3.
What is going on?
1, 2, 3. I never had a problem.
What was the problem?
I don't have a problem with you, Malik, but I think
it seems like you do got a problem, Bryson.
So let me explain. I think you did some fuck shit sitting down with Nard's ex-boyfriend. That's some fuck shit. You should have never did that shit. You should have never. You know damn well that's his ex-boyfriend.
I did some fuck shit. I did some fuck shit by sitting down with him. But they
you did do some fuck shit.
They put their hands on me. So it's like, what is
you knew what the fuck you was doing. And that's all I know the fuck you doing. That was fucked up. You should have never
because I provided an avenue.
Excuse me, bitch. He's on some fuck nigga shit too because he decided
that's
to come
not my problem, no.
And try
that's
to get on the
issue.
show.
That's not my nigga.
Both
that's
of y'all fuck niggas.
Because your nigga, because his nigga was on some shit.
You're not gonna what? If they broke up,
that's not my friend. I don't know Nard. I don't know Nard. And the fact of the matter is,
Nard applied. Nard applied and got appointed. Nard applied and got appointed.
Got it.
Not his ex-boyfriend. But
Bryson,
you're gonna try to come on Nard's platform and try to get his
you mad at me or you mad at the boyfriend? Is you mad at me or you mad at the boyfriend?
Who's a fuck nigga?
For one.
And that's exactly why you put a wig on your head and you decided to go and talk to his boyfriend. Because y'all both doing
I
fuck
decided
nigga
to
shit.
go and talk to his boyfriend? Okay. So, for one, I reached out to Nard. I reached out to Nard way before me and his boyfriend ever even sit down. After the situation happened, I reached out to him trying to make amends, sending him my number, like, whenever you want to talk, here's my number.
You did that to Nard's boyfriend?
I did that to Nard because he is on the platform, okay? Nard later on has said that he wasn't in the headspace where he wanted to talk. Cool bid. So then,
but you decided to sit down with his boyfriend.
We been there. Hold it.
Bryce, y'all got us one at a time, guys.
Months later, when the producer is telling me that, hey, such and such is interested in filming, would you be okay filming a scene with him? Well, so is this thing coming? It's for one. Okay,
everybody asks you.
Okay, for one, is this thing coming with apology? Like, is that what we're gonna talk about? Okay, cool. I've already done my part by reaching out to the person that is connected on this platform. He did not want to talk, and that's fine.
Who
However,
didn't want
he
to
was
talk?
not the only
Who
person
did?
that put his
No, no.
hands
Who
on
didn't
me.
want to talk?
Malik
Nard did
saying
not want
Nar
to
did not
talk.
want to
I
talk to
reached
him.
out to him.
Okay.
He did not want to talk.
So
So when the opportunity came with his boyfriend, I don't know Nard. I don't have a relationship with him. I don't
why
know
would you want to talk to his boyfriend
I
though?
don't know the inner workings of his relationship. So I didn't know they were on the outs or whatever the case was. My whole thing was Nard put his hands on me and so did Cordell. So in that sense, both of those people owed me a conversation if we were going to move in
So
any
why did you have
direction.
a conversation with Nard and not the boyfriend?
I reached out to Nard. Nard did not want to have a conversation with me, which he has said and which he has told me now,
So
which is
how
not a
did that
problem.
happen? How did that happen? The show that we filmed
Hmm.
together. How did that happen? If you decided that you weren't going to film with them, because you showed up with your teddy bear and everything, you showed up as if you did want to have that conversation.
I showed up where to have what conversation. I didn't have a it wasn't a
Are you
conversation to
serious,
be
girl?
it wasn't a conversation to be had with
You didn't
Nard and
show up with
I.
a red teddy bear in a red outfit. You
It
didn't do
it
that.
wasn't a conversation to be had
Yeah,
with
yeah, but
Nard
no,
and I.
you were there though, right?
Yeah, to talk to the people who
Right,
had
which
been
means
lying.
you spent money to get there, right?
No, I was actually paid to be in
No,
Atlanta that weekend.
no, you didn't spend money to get there.
I did not. I was paid to be in Atlanta
Oh, you were
when I
paid.
was
So who paid you?
when
Who
I
paid
filmed with
you?
you guys.
Okay, well, who
I was
paid you?
working. I was in Atlanta
Uh.
working.
Who paid you?
So the production company that I work for.
You mean Gregory? Girl, please.
No, I'm not talking
Girl,
about Gregory. I
please.
don't work for
Girl,
Gregory.
girl.
I was in Atlanta. I was in
Let's not do
Atlanta
this.
that weekend
Don't act
already
like it's
working,
bigger than what it is.
and it was
Gregory's great.
convenient. I'm not talking
Gregory's
about
great.
Gregory.
Girl, don't act like you got something
Bryson,
bigger than
I'm
what
not
you
Bryson,
talking
got.
about Gregory.
he
What are you
talking
talking
about
about?
something else. He not talking about being.
Like, what did you talk about, girl?
Yeah, and she still didn't get that.
At the end of the day, me
Gregory,
and
did you pay for her to come down?
He not
no,
talking about
I'm
me.
not talking
Okay.
about him. I'm not talking about him, baby.
He not talking about me. That's what he's
But
trying to explain
nobody's
to
gonna
you.
pay you to do anything because you were not that big, baby.
Bryson, I get
That's
paid
just
every day. What are you talking? You called me to ask me for advice about production and something that you was trying to get going. So what are you talking about?
yeah. I called you for advice, and that
Yeah, so
I
stop
called you
it. Cut it
one
out.
time. I
Cut it
didn't
out.
call you.
Okay.
Oh,
You called me. That's what I'm saying. But then it's like you
you
don't call
you
me,
think
we don't talk.
that I
You
called
gotta
you one time while,
pick a lane. Because
but I've
on one
gotten
end
better.
of the
I've gotten
spectrum, we
better.
don't talk. You don't
I've
talk to
gotten
that bitch.
better.
You don't
I've
call
gotten
me. It's
better.
weird that I call
I've
you. But
found
on the other hand of the spectrum,
better.
you call me and ask
I've
me for
found
advice. Like, please stop playing on my top. Stop it.
Mm.
Anyway, do you have any questions, Greg, for me?
What did you think about tonight's episode overall?
Um, it was interesting. It was, I mean, I guess I'm just gonna speak to the whole part that directly involves me. The way I see where the everything went wrong, like the transferring of information.
Mm-hmm.
because the conversation that Bryson and I had on the phone, which is the same conversation I had with you, is not the conversation that is being had on camera.
Also, okay, two different conversation.
Right. And then two, I can see where Darian will take offense because it's nowhere near like the conversation we had. So it's like, yeah, I can see where what went wrong, like where the confusion happened in the scene tonight.
Also, you seen it better tonight.
No, yeah, it's like okay, this is exactly where this happened because if it was the same conversation that I had with the conversation I had with you, which is the same conversation I had with Bryson, which is the same conversation I've been regurgitating. If that was the same conversation had on camera, I don't think it would have been no confusion.
But even when Bryson said he said you never said it, he said you was alluding to.
Yeah, I never alluded to no one having sex. My allutation, which hasn't changed, is the fact that I'm being told this information and they are not willing to tell this information to the person that it's about. That's what was always weird to me.
Let me ask you this though. Jamie said earlier that he felt like, well, he said watching the episode, it seemed like Darion got not a bad edit, but do you feel like Darion was shown in a different light or some light in this episode with those two scenes he was in? Well, he was a topic of.
Um, I don't think it was a bad edit. I mean, I'm thinking like the same thing. So, what's interesting is the same thing that is kind of happening with Darian and Bryson
Mm-hmm.
about Nard. The comment is kind of similar to what is happening. Like, for one, if they are having a conversation, then A, it should have stayed there. And it's the same thing with the conversation that Darian and I had that Jamie was present for.
He should have
If we were
stayed.
having that conversation, then it should have stayed there. Point blank, period. So it's the same thing, but it's like it's cool when they do it, but it's like World War III when I do it, and I don't get it.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess so. Now you see, that issue wasn't the only issue at the time of filming because Bryson and Darion was still dealing with their issue at the time this came out. So it was
Yeah,
still
and
like
then too,
some
I
mixed
feel
different things.
like Bryson also was because if he was so like confused and I don't know what's going on, what is it? If he was just so confused by it, he wouldn't have, the conversation with he and I would have happened and it would have just been it. Just like many conversations he and I have and it just be that. And I go on about my night or my day. The thing was, like Bryson said, I called him at a probably at an opportune time. He had just made up with Nard,
Nard.
the
Mm-hmm.
new guy, and now here I am, bringing him some information. So it's like,
Mm.
of course, he was like eager to run it to him to like, just like I feel like the same thing that he accused Darian of doing. Like, oh, Darian was so eager to go and tell Nard this information, this, that, and third. That's the same thing Bryson did. Same exact thing.
Mm. Well, this
But
is
my
just
thing is, had these people have been willing to have the conversations themselves,
We wouldn't be here.
I wouldn't even be in this equation. Like, and then another thing, like, what do did have I ever called you and asked you, like, for one, I didn't think it was a thing where it was like, oh, Malik needs to come back to the show, or like, where is the, like, there's never been a narrative. I've
No,
never been
you never
pressed
called me.
on. To be very clear, after season one, I really was so shell shocked. I didn't want to even do it. So going into
Mm-hmm.
season two, you and I both knew that this was going to be my like last time around the rodeo.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole narrative that Malik is trying to get himself back on the show, like, that's not been the case. And I everywhere I showed up to, I was asked to be there. I didn't my phone wrong. It wasn't like I wasn't on the phone calling anybody. My phone wrong. So let that be very clear, because like that's never been the case.
Yeah, no,
I
you
was
never
very much,
asked.
and I was very much relevant when these people was sitting in the conference room.
Who's sitting in the conference room?
So
Child, who you talking about now, Malik?
that's all we gonna say about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so but I'm glad that you can see how you probably shouldn't have. I think you watching it, you see it better now. And kind of like, but
And
like,
two, after that conversation was had that Bryson had with him, I knew, like, I'm like, okay, this information then got like just all scrambled up. And at that point, I could have called Darian, but
hmm
it was already coming back to me like, oh, Darian got a bomb to drop. And I'm just like, what type of bomb? Like, what type of terrorist attack are we under? Like,
not terrorist attack.
I'm just like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna just let it ride. Like, I'm not gonna give him a call. He has bombs that he wants to drop, and I'm gonna let him drop them. Do your big one, sis. But I could have called and cleared it up. Like, now, girl, I did not say that. Like, it was this. Like,
So you didn't. So neither one of you. Well, yeah, I know that y'all didn't speak to after the fact. Both of y'all.
hmm
What?
and when like me and Daria wasn't in a place of like not speaking, that's why it was like so weird to me that he would go straight to he got bombs to drop, because it's like, girl, we just were living together a few months ago. Like, we had still been, even when I had came back to Alabama, we were still like in communication.
Mm-hmm.
So for you just to go straight to you got bombs to drop, yeah, I'm not gonna call you, babe. I'm gonna let it ride, like, ride out. Let you think what you want to think.
Yeah. Mm. Well, what did you think about the Apollo Church thing?
Man, I feel like we are overdone with Apollo in the religion thing. Like, I'm just the type of person, I really don't care to have
That
real,
conversation.
really religious conversations like in a public space. So it's just like,
I got you.
you
Yeah.
know, I'm from the mindset of, you go in the bathroom and pray and, talk to the Lord and do what you got to do. I know a lot of the girls go in the bathroom and do other things, honey. But like that was what my mama used to do. Like, she go in the bathroom, turn her gospel music on, and just pray. So it's like, yeah, like, And maybe if it was a scene with where all the group had showed up to go to church
Yeah,
with
yeah, I see.
him,
Yeah.
maybe I guess
It would have
okay,
added different layers. Yeah,
yeah, a different layer of it, but it was like, okay, well, we got that you in church by the conversations that you're having. So
yeah.
yeah.
Well, that was important to him, the church
And
scene. But I
and
get what you're saying. I
I
think
really feel
episode
like
two. I
A
think
I
episode 2 and 3, we kind of we got
covered it.
Apollo's change.
Covered it fully. He covered in the name of Jesus. Okay, covered in the blood of
I
Jesus.
got
You
you.
got it. And yeah. I mean, I do feel like, yeah, if like the guys would have showed up maybe to the church scene and like to the mayor's ball, I feel like that would have just added different layers to those scenes,
Yeah.
which would have been like really good group scenes.
Yeah, yeah. No, actually, we was planning it, but I think he decided not to join the group anymore, and kind of. But yeah, that was one of his scenes he wanted to do with the group was the church stuff.
Mm.
So yeah, but yeah. It was. I think tonight was a revealing episode, not necessarily a fun episode, but it was very revealing, and we have a lot of more to reveal. So it's just gonna keep, at least till we get back from Nashville.
So, question, because like when Bryson just giving me all this seat about this man,
Hmm.
had I not agreed to sit down and film with him, would
Hmm.
he not be a part of this situation?
Well, he told me he wants to tell his side of the story, and it was
Okay,
primary on about you, about the fight. Because I told him when we had the conversation,
right.
I said it would be good for you and Malik to have a conversation because Malik he wants to sound with Nard, but Nard won't give him that. But he feel violated that y'all hit him. He said, "Oh, I do. I'm open to it." He said because I'm not that guy anymore. He told you in the scene, I'm not that guy anymore, and all of that, with DLC. So no, his thing was he wanted to
Okay, because I
have that
don't like
conversation more
the
about
girls
you.
are like, I feel like the
But
energy
we
that I
knew
got
we knew
from,
the optics of that. It's the optics of it. It's
and
the fact that
obviously, like my thing is, I don't know Nard, even have a relationship with him to even owe him nothing like that. It's like I feel like I gave him the respect that he is the one on this platform, and is that's why I reached out to him. I reached out to him
yeah, you
trying to
did,
make
you did, and
amends.
I did. You
Through
showed me the
you,
messages,
through
and I did.
you, I reached out to him myself on a
Yeah, I
personal
know. That's what
level,
I'm
and
saying.
I
I
also
seen it.
reached out to him through the works of production. So it's like I felt like I did what I was supposed to do. Like that's where that loyalty ends. Like right here on real life and reality.
Hmm.
My thing is, Nart was not the only one who put his hands on me. So the if the other party wants to have a conversation, then I'm gonna oblige it. Like, yeah,
Hmm.
did I know how it was gonna look? Absolutely. Did I feel like, bitch, the lottery had just fell in my lap? I sure did, because my thing is, baby, we ain't friends. So if your man want to play op games, I'm here doing op behavior too. So like, yeah, like let's sit down, let's have drinks, let's talk about it. Come on to the show. Now him being here doing confessionals every other episode,
Yeah, you was even
that's
surprised about
just
that.
that for me. It's just like the little cherry on top. I ain't got nothing to do with it, but it sure is goddamn entertaining. So yeah,
You
I
crazy.
mean, spice
Yeah,
it up.
yeah. I
Tell your
think we knew the
story.
optics, but I think it was more about, and I know for me because we never touched on him in our relationship.
I never talked to him
You
about
never
it.
talked about that, and I never talked about that. If he told me something about it, he gave me the leeway. I didn't talk about that. It was
Period.
primarily about you and him because you want to have a conversation because you felt violated,
Period.
and he and
And
he
this
and he thought it
this
was her
where it
too.
starts and stops. So
Yeah,
like
that's all it was. He thought it was
anything
fair too.
outside of it, like it was that's null and void. Like I hadn't seen that man since the day that I seen him for the first time in the park.
Hmm. Yeah, like that's which I think, but I understand. So I could take the heat and the backlash and the feedback because I get
And even before like everything started to roll out, I even reached out to Nard again,
you did.
letting him know like, hey, you know, after
It's no problem. Yeah.
it's no issue on my end. You know, I know it's gonna get the show finna come out. I know it's gonna you probably gonna see some stuff you ain't never seen. Like, but I don't have an issue with you.
Hmm.
So I try to be very clear and like and genuine in the way I try to move. Like that was my whole thing with Daria, and it was like, girl, why would you think I'm saying that you sleeping with somebody, man? Like, where did it come from? Like, we ain't got no problem. Like, you literally and everybody like up here joking about it now. Like, homelessness is not like a real issue in the city of Atlanta, but my thing is you helped me at a pivotal time where I needed help. So it's like, why would your first go to be like this bitch talking shit? Like it didn't even sound right.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it, and I think the more until I think even when people watch the scene, they gonna still say you shouldn't have sat down with the man, and then it gonna still be.
Well, I mean,
You know,
at that point, it is what it is.
it
Like,
is. Yeah, it is,
yeah,
and like you
of course.
said,
I I wish I could have seen the cast reactions when that teaser came out because I knew it was going to be gag worthy. I was like, oh yeah, let's do it. I mean, I did my due deals. I tried to reach out to the person on the show. I wanted to like make that amends with him, you know, and yeah, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. I mean, why not?
yeah.
Did I think it was
So
weird
I get
that
it. I really do get it because it's real life. It's his ex boyfriend. I get all of that, but when the boy said like he would do the scene with you to just so you can get closure about what happened and you want to explain your side, and I asked him about doing the confessionals and stuff like that, it's only fair for him to tell his side of the story when he said he want to, and you're gonna get because I'm gonna ask him at the end, which like I tell people it's 15 episodes, so I feel like if you just stay with us to the end you'll see, and if you buy it what he say you buy, if you don't you don't. At the end of the day it's still entertainment, so I have to find a balance between entertaining, then it's it's difficult. I don't know.
yeah, yeah. I ain't had no man. I ain't had no. You know, I ain't got no power like that, baby. I ain't know the man
Yeah, I would
to
say that
bring him all on the show and stuff. But
Malik
I
did not set
certainly,
that scene up. That scene was set up definitely by production.
if I was a bridge to bring him onto the platform, then baby, call me Roosevelt because I was the bridge. But at the end of the day, like. I
And I
feel
think also
like
they gotta ask themselves
I
though.
had a real conversation that I wanted to have with him anyway. So it was not no. I mean, the fact that they went through whatever in a relationship that had nothing to do with me. That was only like, well,
You
I
didn't even want
mean,
to talk about that.
yeah, and we did not talk about Nard at all. The only
No,
thing I
yeah.
told him was I've reached out to your partner. I've tried to have this conversation with your man. You know, like at the end of the day, I didn't know y'all, and I felt attacked. Like, period. I
And I
was
think they
attacked.
gotta, and I'm not saying pick a side, but I think you have to. I get Nard's side, but then also get someone that feel attacked physically. You're gonna want to have some type of resolution. So if you can get it from one that person, you're not necessarily looking at the optics of thing because you feel violated too.
Yeah, like I felt like I was within all my right to have a conversation with somebody who put their hands on me. I
Yeah.
mean, that was, yeah, like I had my own conversation I wanted to have with him. And I feel like people will see, like, as they continue to watch, like, his presence on this platform is much bigger than Malik himself.
Who praise?
It might have been like, his bite into the conversation, but it's beyond me.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, yeah. Because I do think probably he probably would have been on the he probably would have made himself too confessional even if that would have happened because of that situation what happened with them breaking up. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Yeah. So that's true. I do agree with you. I'm referring back to your first question that you asked earlier. But yeah,
Was
me thinking about that because, like you said, it's so much bigger than that. So therefore, it's a possibility it could have happened another way.
it? But yeah. I mean, I don't feel
But
no type of way about it. I mean, I don't feel no type of way about it. And honestly, I'm being gagged just like I feel like Nar is at the house every Sunday being gagged
so
when this man
yes,
pop up
believe.
on the screen and it say Nard's ex boyfriend at the bottom. I'm hollering like this is a lie. I don't think.
Oh my
I mean,
god, you a mess. Well, he gave us the scene to do so. He want to tell his side of things and how I just felt like I honestly in that time I felt like it was fair. He never say anything
I
disrespectful
guess
about no.
everything is fair. If me going to Bryson and having and asking him a question or questions is is equal to two people putting their hands on me, then I guess it's all fair in love and war.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. It's the same, and like, not the same, but I think with the Ty situation, Ty felt violated, and he wanted a conversation with you, which we didn't show. But Ashley Malik and Ty eventually had. Remember, y'all did the sit
Several
down.
times,
Yeah, at
several
Henry.
times. I
So
apologized to him several times, and
yeah,
honestly, because I felt once I processed it, I really felt bad about it, and that's something I have to. This something I have to learn from every day, every time it's brought up. You know, it's a learning experience. So it's like I
mhm.
was very apologetic to Ty. Now, whether he was like on the receiving end of it at the time, it's questionable. But I apologized to him several times, on and off camera.
Yeah. So guys, buckle up. It's about to be a wild ride. We have four. We got 11 more episodes to go. So we're gonna get into some things next week, and then we got the park coming up. I know you dreading the park, Malik.
Yeah,
2 more
yeah.
episodes away.
I don't really. It's like I want to see it, but I don't want to see it. I want to see it because I want to really see
See what happened. Yeah.
what
Yeah.
happened
Mm-hmm.
from like not being in it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't want to see it because I was in it, and I know how I was feeling like immediately after. Like I was just like, girl, girl, I'm finna be on the internet like in a brawl, and it was not. Yeah. So I am interested in seeing it, so I can like at least see it for myself. But I don't need to relive through. I don't need to relive it.
Yeah, it's
Oh
a
my
lot. It's a
god.
lot to process. But the good thing about the episode is the group go volunteer. So that's the philanthropy part about it. So but
Well, I'm interested to see the rest of the season. So far, It has been a little interesting. I missed Taiwan tonight.
Yeah, I told him he wasn't there tonight. I said, but you will be mentioned, so that's a good thing. You're gonna be. So yeah, he'll be back next week. His game night next week, so that's gonna be interesting. Jamie is gonna be gone next week, I think. But it's gonna be a good episode with the game night, and I think the people most likely will see you next week too. So we'll see.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
so
that's
soon.
well, will be an episode. Well, the park, I think, yeah, the park is gonna be interesting because it's two layers to it. You got the sit down, which you got the dialogue, and then you have you know,
The
the show.
chaos.
Yes. So, all right, Jamie, thank you. Any final thoughts, Malik, Jamie, before we get out of here?
No, I don't have any final things. I'm done. But I'll see y'all next week.
All right, thank you so much, Jamie. Like always, man.
All right.
All right,
Yes.
all right, Malik. Final
Good
thoughts. Feedback.
episode. Good episode. I'm interested in seeing how the Big Ten is finna be.
11. We had
11.
4. Yeah,
So it's, but I'm
15.
saying, yeah, next week is 5. So it's
Oh yeah,
like,
5. Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah. So we
Yeah, so
yeah.
like I'm interested to see how the midpoint, almost halfway midpoint.
Yeah, we're talking about. I feel like people about to get into these conversations. It's gonna get kind of cringy because you're gonna really see like people really having like conversations about people. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna get into like some stuff. You're gonna be like, "Wow, she said that," or be like, "Yeah, yeah." So I'm kind of like, I don't know how that's gonna go with some people when they watch that. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, um, it's it's unfortunate, but I guess people they're gonna say what they're gonna say, just
Yeah,
like any time else. Even if it wasn't filmed on camera, people gonna say what they gonna say anyway.
right.
So
You know what? You put in perspective. That's the only difference.
that's the only difference. Like it's being recorded, but people say things all the time. So it's like, especially when they don't think that the other person is going to like see it or find out, or they don't think like they gonna see it or find out soon,
Hmm.
which I think was the situation for a lot of the cast. They were planning on saying things about me, um, and they didn't think they were going to have to actually like respond in
Hmm.
real time, because it would have been a different thing had they said it and I'm watching it like a year later with everybody else.
Oh yeah, I think it would probably been worse like that way, right?
It would have been very worse.
Yeah, you probably like these bitches, bitch. Let me go burn down the whole shit,
Pull it
bitch. Fuck
up,
all
baby. I'll
y'all
pull
hoes.
it up. Where you at? Where your
Right,
story at? I'm checking the Instagram story, baby. Where you at? I'm looking for
right.
you. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, they didn't. I don't think they felt like they was gonna have to respond, which is ludicrous. Like, girl, the girl say I coached them, girl. It
That,
shows.
what's the LT?
It
That's the
shows
word they
seems
said to
like
you.
some of the girls was taking notes. Like, that's all I'ma say. Like, girl,
Child,
for the girls to
Darian,
be like, "Oh, Malik was trying to coach me," and dee, baby.
Darian came back second season ready, honey, because she
From
was the
my
first.
perspective, it seemed like the girls were taking notes. And I kid you not, I said this in reference to like just reality TV in general.
Mm,
Because what was I? I was given a housewives analogy. What did they do? I forgot the example I used from the housewives. It'll come to me. But basically, what I was saying was like, what is important when you're doing something like reality TV, You want to give the
Hmm.
girl something tangible, something like they
Right.
can touch.
You told me about that. You told me about this before.
Like, and it's just like, girl, the girls were taking notes. They were taking notes. That's all I got to say. Like, this what it seemed like. And I know for a fact, like, yeah, some of the information that I said is being put into use. Even how the girl, like, it's important to, like, say, you need to say what you need to say and sing. Don't wait till the confessional to say what you need to say. Like, that is the point of the job, is to listen and respond.
What did you think about Devontae confessional tonight?
Um,
Did you hear me asking that question about why he did Drew and Roshane like that, but he won't do Nard?
yeah.
What did you think about his answer?
Well, I mean, it really doesn't matter with he and I. I was I was interested. I learned that they like were friends prior to this.
Yeah, yeah, they was. They was.
Yeah. So that
Yeah,
was like, I mean, that was interesting to know. It was just like little
yeah, yeah.
tidbits of information throughout the episode that was like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
with Devontae, you found out a little more every time you did confessionals. Or just a tad bit, child. But yeah. Hmm.
But yeah, it's no. I mean, it's like it's really nothing with Devontae. Like, I feel like Devontae has a issue or a strong disposition when it comes to me, and I don't regurgitate those same feelings about him. It's just like
Hmm.
it is what it is. Like, I can take a picture with you. It's like not an issue. We don't have those type of problems, babe.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah, like you ain't scam me out of no money. You ain't fuck my man. Like, we ain't got no issue. We ain't got no pressure. We don't have. I mean, we don't have anything, but we ain't got no pressure. It's like, yeah. The thing is, everybody on this platform, been I have tried to extend friendship to.
Hmm.
So it's like I don't have no problem with them. Just like same thing with Bryson. It's like, girl, you talking about it's weird that I call you when I could very much say the same thing, but I'm like, I don't. Bryson has called me several times, and it's like he stood up here and said we don't talk on the phone. He's called me several times, just like I'm like, oh, he called me about the time where he was asking for advice and a videographer and all this stuff. Like, Bryson has called me several times, even when I've been on the phone with other people in this group. Like, he uncalled my phone. So I'm like, girl, what? So and that's the one time I have called Bryson, and it was a hit.
Well, it's gonna get us to episode 13.
It was a hit. That one phone call cost all of this. I mean, I'm not relevant. I'm just so lame. And who is this bitch? And Malik, who? I made one little phone call, baby, and it cost all of this. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Wow. Yeah. It's basically gonna get us to the finale. So, which is gonna have other stuff pop up too. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Um,
I would hate it. Honestly, if I was in our position, I would hate it. Like, for this to be
yeah.
season one, this is like, but honestly, that's exactly how I was feeling season one.
Yeah, season one. Yeah, because I
I
think you was
have
blind.
those
You didn't know they were
same,
saying all that stuff about you.
yeah, I have those same feelings. And the thing is, Nard kind of found out about it like during the course of filming, so he was able to react
Hmm.
and address certain things. Whether like in my situation, a lot of the stuff I didn't find out until like way after the fact. Like it was some stuff I found out during the show, but it's like, girl, I was watching it. I was like, oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
wow. They did that.
especially when they watch that video.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, oh, wow. They did that. Okay. Oh, okay. So it's like, I get it. But
Yeah, I agree. I think yeah. I get it, and I
I
think that's
hope, I mean, hopefully, he can see like maybe the bigger picture and if he's anything like me, my whole thing is with all this conversation that's happening around him, I would
hmm
just take that and like leverage it and try to, you know, use this attention and help it focus on something else. Like that
yeah.
is the point of this platform. And you may be garnishing a lot of attention for something or a situation that you probably wouldn't have wanted to highlight, but we here now. So I say like
Now let me
use
ask
it
you this though: what do you
to your
think people
advantage.
be? What you think the average person think when they sign up for reality TV? Because I don't think they be thinking this.
Like, oh, they're gonna film my life and
Which
watch me
which you
wake up in the morning and follow me to the grocery store and meet up with my girlfriends. Girl, that is boring. Real talk, your life is boring, okay? It
so
takes a
got
reality show. A reality show is a production, baby. So it's like a job.
it's
You
moving pieces.
schedule. It's
Yeah.
like a lot of layers. Like this, not like
Yeah.
so. It's
Okay.
like
Yeah. You know what? You got a point. I don't think they think about the layers of it because it, like
it's
you said, I
like
think yeah,
no.
it's layers to it.
It's a lot of layers. But I feel like with obviously, like, girl, I would, baby, I'll be dropping. He a fashion brand, girl. I'll
Hmm.
be dropping some t-shirts right now on social media. Pre-order the X Factor. What are we talking about? Like,
Well,
leverage it.
you,
Don't.
they say you a PR. I think
I
they
mean,
gotta
that's what I do. That's what I
right. That's
do.
what I'm saying. I think
Honestly,
you gotta have that in you in the sense
the
of
I
like
mean, the girls talk about flipping the store. That's what I do, and I do it on a large scale. Miss Bryson talking about some pay me. Oh, baby, trust me, my chicks are clearing. I'm airing right now. Okay, we airing right now. So like, yeah, the chicks are clearing.
mm,
I'm good at what I do. They wouldn't say that otherwise. If I wasn't, they wouldn't. It wouldn't be no jokes of, oh, Malik's spinning a store. He worked. I'm good at what I do, and these people know it, and they try to play in my face, and that's why I have a issue with most of them. Like, don't try to play in my face. Like, bitch, already know what I give, and the knowledge that I am bestowed on to a lot of you guys. So stop it.
mm, not
I
drop the
inspire
mic.
girls.
It's giving not drop the mic moment. No. We got 11 more to go. Four down. We'll see. I guess we'll check in with everybody by the end of the season.
This is gonna be crazy. I'm interested to get to the reunion. I think this when the show be airing, I just be like, okay, girl, I'm gonna just when the show be airing, it just be like, let's just be quiet. Like, let's just wait until.
But you start to see certain things that you be like,
And then
oh,
it's like, bitch, I gotta clap back. And I know, like, in these coming episodes, there's gonna be a lot of stuff that I'm gonna want to clap back at, and I'm gonna try to like reserve it. But yeah.
what's up, L Teddy?
Question for you. So how many people, I mean, did this Cordell guy fuck half the cast or something?
You a Capricorn at heart. What are you talking about? L
That's
Teddy?
what y'all gave this episode. Like, Malik, did you get a piece of the rock too? Did you get some of Cordell too?
I did not.
Did Taiwan actually have to? Because they claiming everybody had sex with him, or is Bryson pulling this out of the air?
Well,
Bryson
it was
is
a
pulling
phone
stuff.
call. Malik said a phone call did happen, but it wasn't what Bryson said quite. He didn't say what Bryson said though.
I never alluded to nobody having sex. My whole allusion or whatever he said was the fact that I was being told information, and the people that were telling me the information was not willing to tell the person that it was about.
Which was Nar. So Malik felt like the fact that Nar on the show y'all filming with him, y'all should be telling him, not me.
Tell him that you know his boyfriend from working with him. That's all I was saying. Tell him, the other guy who's not here. Tell
But
him that
but
you know
but my
his
thing
boyfriend.
is, me working with somebody. How does that go to we fucking?
My thing is, whatever the situation was, why is it prevalent in the conversation where we're talking about, hey friend, how's filming going? This is your first time filming. How's your experience? In that conversation, both friends felt the need to divulge that information. Oh, I
Hmm.
met such and such. They have a boyfriend, and I know they boyfriend from working with him. And the other one said, I know his boyfriend from going to school with him. If that information was so prevalent to let me know in a general
I think you might have
conversation,
been looking too far into it, though. I don't think it was that. I don't think it was that big of a deal. It might have been.
it's
Oh, I
not that big. My thing is, it's
I'm
not.
surprised they're coming for you because you had said Zay and that boy was fucking on a mountain. The season
that's
one,
because
LT.
I saw the boy on the TV. For
Oh,
I
okay,
mean,
got you. Yeah, yeah.
on the
You right.
episode,
On the
but
episode.
I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
see. We don't really see Cordell at all, except for in
Right, right. I
confessional.
see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. So you had already seen the boy in that type of activities.
Right. But
Okay.
I ain't
Oh, that's
seen Cordell on the episode, and so that's why I'm saying, if I call you and say, "Hey, we filming went good today. I met Nar. His boyfriend came. We worked together. Yeah, I know his boyfriend. We worked together, and that's not that big of a deal
It's
for
not
it
that
to.
big of a deal. But then when I asked you, like, well,
but
did
let me
you
ask you
tell
something,
Nard?
Teddy.
My
Why
thing
you think they
was
didn't want to tell Nardo, but they told him? What about that part?
when I
I
asked
don't think
in
it
the
was a big deal. I don't
conversation,
think it was a big enough a deal to tell
it's not a
Nard.
big deal. My thing is the I guess the apprehension for me is, well, when I asked you, well, did you tell them that? And they like, no. Are
But
you
why
gonna
would he need
tell?
to tell
Are you
Nard
gonna
that he used
mention
to
that
work
to
with him?
them? And they like, no. So I'm like, oh, okay.
I mean,
Well,
if it were me, I wouldn't
Mhm.
feel the need to tell Nard that we used to work together. I would think that he would tell Nard maybe when they get home. Oh yeah, I used to work with Taiwan. We worked at
facts,
Walmart together.
facts, as he
And
should.
if he
But
don't,
you don't think Taiwan and Darian owe Nard that is what you're saying, LT.
But
no,
but
no, because they
Daria,
don't owe Nard.
listen, is not Darian. That
Okay,
was
not Darian, not Darian. I only put that in together because of the what Bryson said.
because the
But you
way
don't
the
think
episode.
Taiwan, yeah, you don't think Taiwan owe that thing
No,
to
I don't
Nard.
think he owed that to Nard because him and Nard's boyfriend don't have nothing together. They not fucking. They not friends. They was just co-workers. We worked
Yeah,
together, and that was called it a day.
and that was it. That was it. for me, I felt like, well, girl,
Well,
maybe
how
you
did
should
you get
mention
to
it to them.
discussing this with Bryson on the phone?
So I called Bryson because Bryson calls me like just out the blue. So I decided to give him a taste of his own little medicine. Like, let me give him a phone call at random. And did I think that Bryson would go back and say anything? Of course, I knew it was a possibility. Um, did I care? No, I didn't tell Bryson nothing that I wasn't. I didn't tell Bryson nothing that I hadn't already said to A, Darian, and B, Taiwan. I have already said my what I feel about it directly to them.
Who was the other
So
person, Malik?
you said who?
Who is the other person?
The other person I with. I'm saying I
That
didn't
you because you said it was two people that knew the Cordell guy.
know. See, that's the confusion of the
That
episode.
he's saying that's the thing that Bryson missing up. Bryson interpret.
Taiwan knew Cordell from working together. Darian and I also had a conversation where he was telling me about the new people on the show, and
It
he
was
told me
another
that
guy.
he knew another new person at the time. He's not being
Hmm.
shown because
Hmm.
he didn't. It was early in the casting process. So he
Is
told
that
me
the
that
Trey
he
guy?
knew.
Is that Trey?
No,
No,
it
no,
was
he was
somebody
no,
else.
no, he was a guy. He got a cute boyfriend too.
Yeah, so Daria told me that he knew one of the new guy's boyfriend. And then when I had a similar conversation with Taiwan, also knowing one of the new guy's boyfriend, for me, I'm like, well, girl, is it a pattern? Like, what is going on? Because
Mm.
everybody, like, they know the people know the new boys, the new
So
guy's
you understand
boyfriend, and
now?
ain't nobody saying that.
Malik saying it's Malik saying his what he was told he interpreted was Taiwan told him and Darian told him about two different people that they knew they boyfriend is what he's saying.
I got you. I just think it's real coincidental.
You still don't think it was enough to
Yeah, I still don't think it was enough to. Now, if I want to be messy and plant some seeds to messy as Bryson, who's going to probably be taking it wrong with it, then
I
I could
mean,
do
but
that.
no, I wasn't even telling them to go and do that. I mean, obviously this would happen and this would play out. But my thing was, if just like we having this conversation, maybe you should just like kind of mention it, like especially if y'all gonna be around each other months on end. Like, hey, oh, by the way, I know your dude. We used to work together, like back in the day. Uh, I your boyfriend, like we went to school together. Like it could have been as simple as that. That's where I was kind of like asking of them, like seeing if that's what they were. When it was
Now,
odd to me when they was like, I ain't gonna, I get it. They filming a show.
now I'm
Both
gonna
of
say
them
this.
felt
Let
like
me
they didn't
say this,
want to blow
Malik.
up the spot.
Let
But
me
my
say this,
thing
Malik.
is,
Let me say this. If this whole fight scene is based off of this, then I think that right now you should still be whooping Bryce's ass. Because if that whole fight derived all based on this conversation with Bryson, and you still ain't had two to the head, three to the body on Bryson, then that's your fault, Malik. How we get here? And then, not for nothing, when you're right as much as I am, you don't have to brag about it. Did I not in my first review and my next review coming out either tomorrow or Tuesday because I'm gonna do episodes 3 and 4? But did I not say that Darion and Jamie needed to watch out for Bryson because he moving
oh
funny?
yeah. Yeah, you did say that because of that Devontae situation. Yeah, yeah.
Yep, I said he moving funny. He moving funny. And this episode, you see it all unraveled.
Mm. So you feel like Malik should be at fault with Bryson.
I mean, Bryson is
Yeah,
the person that
because
kind
think
of
about it. Think about it.
started.
Nard would have
No
no
clue.
clue or nothing. Nard nor his boyfriend would
Nor
know
don't know me.
nothing
We don't know
if
each other.
Bryson did not come and have this whole sit down with Nard and Devontae. Because was it Nard last episode said he had smoke for Bryson because Bryson was talking
Mm-hmm.
shit about him? And now all of a
Mm.
sudden y'all sitting down and baby, you can't
Exchanging
call me. If
gifts.
I got issues with you, you can't call me and talk about we need to sit down because you got something to tell me about my boyfriend. Bitch, I don't like you and you don't like me. You ain't got nothing to tell me about my boyfriend. And
Mm.
then if I'm Nard, well. It depends. Who invited Bryson there? Did Devontae invite Bryson there? Did Bryson invite them there? Like, how
So
did
the
they
so
end up
so
together?
so that's a good question. So Devontae and Nar was already filming a scene which y'all didn't see, but it was a scene leading up to they fitting at the end. So Bryson was already downtown. So when Bryson was saying that when Bryson called me about what Malik had told him, he said he wanted to set up a scene with Nard that was already downtown. So that's how they got there. Nard and was just filming another scene. So then they was literally like 2 blocks up, so they came down and filmed with Bryson.
Mm.
Hmm,
Yeah.
interesting. Because I was gonna be like, how we end up with Bryson? Because
My
first of
timing,
all,
my timing seems like it was just impeccable.
real convenient. But at the moment that Bryson sat down at the table, we wouldn't have been having that kumbaya of a conversation where you would have even been able to tell me nothing about my boyfriend because I already got smoked with you anyway. We already got issues anyway, so we ain't got no.
So
You can't
you
even
wouldn't
be
want to
coming
hear
to tell
about
me
your
about my
boyfriend
boyfriend.
even if you didn't
Uh-uh.
know.
Not from you. No, I don't know you, and I know you don't
Mm,
like me, and I don't like you right now. So we. I don't need you to tell me nothing about my boyfriend. Nothing.
mm.
Nothing.
I feel like it was a peace offering.
Mm-mm. Nah,
Bryson,
if we ain't
Bryson used the
friends,
conversation that we had
mm-mm.
as a peace offering.
Because think about it. This whole situation is really nothing. And now you done sat there and planted seeds and did all of this maneuvering and all of this stuff. And now everybody's ready to have knockdown, drag out fights about nothing. Nothing ain't at all. That's why I'm not gonna let you. What we talk about? We ain't got nothing to talk about. We ain't friends. You don't need to tell me nothing about my boyfriend. Oh, I heard such as baby. You heard once you said I heard, baby. We don't need to talk. You were not there. You didn't see it, and for all I know, you done got the story wrong and how you giving it to me. So we don't
Did
need to talk. You wasn't there.
that was exactly what happened. But
Mm.
I mean, did I know it was a possibility that Bryson would take that back to them?
You did. You
I knew it was a
believe you was just
possibility.
being messy.
I knew it was a possibility. I
We
mean,
know you. You was just being messy. You was stirring the pot.
mm,
And the problem is this: the person who is the orchestrator of all of this, it really wasn't you, Malik. It really was Bryson. Bryson is the one who let. You weren't on the show. You
at
were not even
all.
on the show.
Nope.
And I guarantee you, not a hand, finger, foot, elbow is going to be laid on Bryson. He's going to be sitting on the side watching the carnage while all of y'all fighting and carrying on, and he orchestrated all of it. That's why I say that whole would have got drug up and down the pole.
Mm.
Uh,
Mm.
well, not
Yeah,
by me because I don't fight. They wouldn't have been drugged by me. I don't fight, child.
yeah, because I think you're gonna hear like talk like Nard gonna be talking about like like he well, I don't want to give here the story, but he kind of like was saying that that kind of did affect their relationship, I guess, in a way. And I won't say that's the reason why they not together, but they do talk about if that affected their relationship with that
I
rumor. And
mean, and it's so awful. Even if not just the fight, but if it got all the way to the point where that started the downward spiral to the end of y'all relationship, and this was much ado about nothing at all. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. They,
This part is unfortunate.
a whole situation done grew legs out of literally nothing. And the agent of death and destruction is just sitting back looking at it like, ooh.
I mean, I could see. I don't think.
I'm not gonna say that's
I
why the
don't think I
relationship. I
can't.
don't
I
think
can't
that's
give
why they
myself
whole
no credit.
relationship
No,
I
no,
can't
broke
give
no.
down.
myself.
That's why I was trying to.
I can't
I
give
was trying to
myself
phrase
no
it like.
credit about like the downplay or the spiral of anybody's relationship.
Mm-hmm,
But from what I'm watching and from for what I was present for,
mm-hmm.
so even in tonight's episode, Cordell made a reference on his following,
Is he what is
and
he, a porn star or something?
I think
Mm-mm.
he's just an influencer.
He's an influencer. Yeah.
How many
So
subscribers do we got? Because people be throwing around this influencer title. If you ain't got at least a hundred
yeah, I
thousand,
mean, I think he has a healthy following on
does he
Instagram.
have at least 100,000 subscribers?
Mm-mm.
Then you're not an influencer, baby. Nobody knows you.
Okay, well, listen, this is what I'm gaining from the perspective of thus
Does he
individuals.
have a job anywhere in America?
I don't know these people.
Not breaking the man
I'm just
economic.
going based on what I saw on the
I'm
show and what I
just
was
trying to
present
figure
to.
out.
He he mentioned his following and his, or whatever. So I do see like if I'm you got me in a situation where I'm possibly fighting on camera and this and the third, like I could see that being a
No,
conversation.
I don't. No, I don't think that's it. Me just film with them. Nah, he from Memphis. He don't really. That wouldn't be it. I think
Uh,
if he would, from his angle would be he don't like don't put me in that type of situations, but not because of people gonna know I'm fighting. So it's just more just the whole drama of it all, of the
uh,
whole gay messy stuff. He like
yeah.
more from that perspective, like him fighting, like that's what he do. I don't say that's what he do, but we
I
familiar with
mean,
that
he's
stuff.
from Memphis, so I get it. So the
Yeah, they
fighting would be
Memphis.
one of
They,
them types
they,
of things.
they real hood
Yeah,
in
but
Memphis.
he
Real
just
hood.
don't. I don't. I think he just didn't want the messy stuff that come with it. And it was the first relationship. It was a new relationship, and
How long have they been together at that point?
I think he told me actually the month we filmed these confessions, he said would have made it a year.
But they
So
were
they were,
already broken up.
yeah, they was already broken up. So it was probably like that's
Child, that
what did
sound
it?
like y'all was just cut buddies. That's it.
No, they was together. They was living together and everything.
Listen, you people move in with they cut buddies. You know
I
they
think it
do
was
it
a
all the
relationship.
time.
I
First
think
of
it was.
all, if me and somebody are together and we ain't been together several years, and you talk about you moving in with me, baby, that ain't how this thing goes. Let's just be clear.
Oh, so it got to be a long time before you move in with your man.
Yes, you have to have an established home where you pay bills normally and regularly for some time, and I need to
Okay,
have the same. So if we do get to the sweet by and by and we do stay together, I know you can take care of some bills. But
got you.
if
That
we
makes
ain't
sense.
been together but a couple months and you want to move in, I mean, you ain't have nowhere to stay because you're gonna break your lease for me, and we just got to move. We just started
No,
going together.
yeah,
This this true.
yeah,
I
but
mean,
some
but
people are spontaneous, right?
But that's why I say most people call cut buddies they boyfriend or a relationship. And y'all wasn't really in no relationship. Y'all was just screwing. It was good. Y'all might have kissed a couple times in the mouth, and now y'all boyfriends. L- Child, girl. That's just like these people who call themselves influencers, and you got 10,000 subscribers. Well, baby, you're not an influencer. Who are you influencing? I'm just saying.
Mm,
You
Because if
say.
I'm gonna be now this is L Teddy being L Teddy 27. If
Hmm.
if you tell me, oh yeah, me and so work together, and I'm not trying to job shame anybody. Let me preface by saying that I'm not trying to job shame anyone, but I noticed that when you asked him what you do for a living, and he said, I'm an influencer, to me, that sounds like you don't have a job because the only real job you told me you had was at Walmart. And if you ain't working at Walmart no more, you probably ain't got no job nowhere in America. So maybe you needed somewhere to stay.
You got all that from that, LZ?
Yes. How do you not get all of that? Baby, I be breaking shit down. When you come and talk
Well,
to me,
I will
I be
say
done broke
this.
all of this
I
stuff down in
actually,
my head.
I actually do think he does
Yeah,
work.
he
I
worked.
want to
He worked.
say that he was getting off of work when we sat down
Well, that's
and had our
good.
conversation.
Yeah, he
Listen,
definitely
I
worked.
don't have no
So
smoke
I
for
think he
Cordell.
does
I don't
have
know him from
a
no.
9 to 5.
I don't know him from no from Adam, and the man's probably very gainfully employed. The man is probably doing the goddamn thing. So I don't want to diminish anything he's doing. But what I'm saying is that the way that you, sir, cut and edited this, it ain't looking too good.
But there's what
Don't
you
go
okay?
by how you edited this, sir.
Okay, you talking about it don't look good for Cordell?
Yeah.
He just gave his perspective
I
what
mean, well,
happened.
yeah, I feel like in the grand scheme of things, at the end of it, people are going to be like, "Oh, okay, that's why he's there," because yeah, it kind of is off-putting that even in his lower third is saying ex-boyfriend of Nard, but then they walking up together as a couple.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, I get it. Maybe too much too soon, but I feel like in the grand scheme of things, because
I,
this situation, like, it was drawn out. So I think Greg and the editors had to like implement stuff early on. So when stuff started happening back to back to back to back in the future,
but
you
y'all
won't
tell
be so
me
lost.
it don't sound crazy for you when somebody only been with somebody for a couple months and they living together. That don't sound crazy.
Well, it depends. Cause what if both of y'all moved to the city together? You know what I mean? Y'all moved to a new city together, and then it just it works out like that. You know?
You meaning we didn't know each other before we got here, right? And we
Uh,
both just moved here
right, but y'all been talking on the phone and probably were dating on the phone, like
before we moved here.
yes. What if you do something like that?
We That still seems crazy to me. That's even more reason for me to say you ain't have nowhere to stay. You looking for somewhere to stay.
Nah,
In my
cause
brain,
I think that's what Dominique and his boyfriend, they they were living in separate places, and then they both moved to Atlanta to be together, and they was together almost 10
that's
years.
different. That's different. That's not the same. That's why I say if I'm with somebody and we both maintaining our households separately and
Okay.
we done
okay,
been
okay,
together
I see
for
what
a few
you're
years, then I could be like, okay, now maybe it's time for us to move in together because I know you could
No,
take care
yeah,
of your
I
stuff and your
agree.
bills,
I agree.
and I
saying.
could
I see
take
what
care of
you're
my
saying.
house and my bills.
But
You ain't just
sometimes
looking
people
for
are
someone to stay.
spontaneous, Teddy.
But even for me, I wouldn't even feel comfortable like moving in with somebody
Right,
if
because
if I'm
you
not
might
moving
get
out
mad
of my
and kick
own,
me out.
like if I'm not moving out of my own place and I'm moving, like, and we would have to be moving into a situation together. For one, I ain't gonna move in with
Hmm.
nobody.
And both
But
our names gonna have to be on this because you might get
right,
mad and
so
throw me
if I'm
out.
in a situation where like I don't have my own place and they have their own place, I'm not gonna be jumping to like move in with my partner. I'm gonna be trying to get my own
Right.
place and date while like us having our own separate places to see if we can even get to a place where we can move it in together.
Maybe it's just the Capricorn in me. You know, as Capricorn people, baby, we're about business and money. If it don't make
Right.
money, it don't make sense. We about business.
That's true, y'all. Well, no, I,
Baby,
I think both of them had their own situation. Honestly, I don't. We never really went there, but both of them
I be
were.
a, I be
Mhm.
like this, baby. What job do you have? Does your job have a health plan? Because if your job ain't got no health insurance, what are we doing? All of these things matter,
401k.
right?
Okay.
Because the last time I checked, the only to the fans do not have health insurance plans.
Who
They
do
And
got
if
only?
you
59 forms.
and if you make a have a major car, a bad car accident, and now you got $80,000 in medical bills, girl,
That's how your mind be rolling.
that's how my mind be thinking. Listen, I be thinking about the business of it all of this. But that's why I'm by myself now. We had nobody to this health plan.
Yeah. But no, I think that I think by the end of it, we honestly get the full story from Corday in terms of what he wanted to convey between like what happened and what didn't happen and stuff like that. I think that would be like
Are we gonna get the real reason they broke up?
that's a good question. I haven't did the half of the end of the confessional yet. So I don't know if they gonna go into or if what's the name because I don't. Of course, they not gonna do confessions anymore. I think I got all from him at this point. But he did talk about it a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, so we ain't get no more Cordell?
Well, no, you gonna get some more. Maybe I did all the confessions that time I did them. Like I did all of them that one time.
Oh,
Yeah. Um. Other people, Nard have to come back in and do the second half.
oh. What keeps Taiwan at? We need more keep Taiwan.
All right.
Look at you, L. Teddy. You is a man. He'll be back next week. I told him, I said, yeah, I said, but they was talking about you though, but you ain't there. But they saying
Look,
you up.
Taiwan said, tell your story. Tell your story, sis. I said, that resonates with me so much.
Child, they said you down here sleeping with other people in, honey.
Taiwan, you got it like that.
Mm.
The man was talking about his booty and the khakis and stuff.
He
Yeah.
showed it. I said, that now that didn't help.
Right.
Period. I mean, he went lying though. Like he was just keeping it above.
He was. But I'm just saying, it's just like, yeah. But
Well, my thing is, baby, anything I told Bryson, I had already told to the people that I had the conversations with. I had gave them my perspective, so I knew I wasn't saying in the Bryson that I wasn't willing to say again.
Mm.
yeah, Ted said it's all Bryson fault. I had never think about that.
It is.
I mean, Bryson really, because he didn't even go back and say exactly what was said, it's
First
like
of
a
all,
large.
let me tell y'all why I could never be on a show like all of this reality TV. You want to know why? Because
Why?
I don't forgive and forget. I don't do that. So if me and so got smoke and beef, we forever having smoke and beef.
Yeah, and
And
see, that won't
so
make for a good reality.
when
Reality.
Bryson is is damn near going to blows with Malik at the end of season 2, in my brain, the way
Mm,
L27 works, Malik is never calling me on the phone to gossip, give me tea. I'm never calling him on the phone to gossip and give him tea because, bitch, I don't see it for you like that. And so if I'm Bryson and Malik, who I can't stand, is calling me,
That'd be the misconception.
that shit don't, it don't. It don't register for me.
That be the misconception. It's like these girls claim they don't like me or they feel these people have been they have wanted to be my friend or we have been friendly at one point or another.
Mm.
Like the very people who be like, like it's weird for me to call you, but Bryson calls my phone randomly all the
There's
time.
no way. See that doesn't that would not even compute with
All the
me. So
time.
in my brain, the way I'm thinking, how is and then he tried to slick shade and say, "Oh, well, me and Malik never called me. We never talk on the phone. It's
Exactly.
real weird for him to be calling me." Well, if it's real weird, why did you even answer the phone?
Right. Because we talk on the
And
phone.
then why are you answering the phone to get the latest tea and gossip? And then if you know you and Malik ain't friends, crazy for him to be giving you all of this tea and stuff. Like I just would be real skeptical of this stuff.
Bryson was skeptical and he knew exactly what was going on. He knew exactly what was going on. Like,
And he was a willing
and
participant
he was a
in
willing
spreading that
participant,
information.
definitely. Absolutely. If if I loaded the gun, Bryson shot the bullets.
Because Bryson was over there shooting bullets at everybody. He came for Nard, he came for Darion, he came for Taiwan. He was just throwing bullets at everybody.
Just, but they not gonna make Bryson the bad guy because that's they friend. It's gonna always somehow be my fault. But I mean,
I mean, you
I
did
take
call
responsibility.
Bryson though. You did
Yeah,
acknowledge.
I take the responsibility on my part. Like, yeah, sure. But my thing is, bitch, if y'all was willing to open y'all mouth, we wouldn't be here.
Mm. Anyway, my
Mm.
review should be out maybe hopefully by Tuesday. That's my goal Tuesday.
Okay, Teddy,
Looking
honey,
forward
gotta
to
I'll
it.
see.
do
Are you back at
episode
home
three
now?
and four. Yes, I'm home. But then I
Oh,
go
okay. I
back
know
out
you
of
went
town
out
this
for your
weekend.
birthday.
Yeah, I've been back. I've been back. But I'll be back out of town this weekend. And then the first weekend of February, I'll be in Houston. So I'm gonna go out there party with the Houston people.
Not the Houston people.
Yeah, the Houston people.
Okay, but thank you. Oh yeah, I did. I need to get with you about something anyway. About something. I'm gonna get in your inbox and stuff. I'm gonna write you when I get off here.
Oh, I
I'm about to
tried
get
to
off here.
call you, and
I have a new
you never
number.
called me, huh?
I'm finna put my
Yeah,
number in
you
your
got a
inbox.
new number. You must have got a new number.
Yeah, I'm finna put it in your inbox right now, so you can call me tomorrow because I need to get with you about something coming up. But I'm finna
Okay.
text you. All right,
Okay.
thank you so much, Teddy.
All
Malik,
right.
from thoughts, Malik.
All right, thank
What y'all doing?
you. Just everybody, just stay tuned. You know, keep tuning in to Real Life and Philanthropy, cause baby, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's
funny
like
to me, like, girl, it's yeah, I'm finna have fun. I'm finna troll the girls. I'm finna have fun. We finna have fun for the last 10 episodes, like 11 episodes. So yeah, like it's gonna be a treat.
it is. Yeah, especially when we get to Nashville, part two.
Yes, now that's what I am. I am really, I'm really ready to see that because baby, I
Yeah,
just
you was
felt
gonna have it.
like I was having an awakening. It was an awakening moment. Like I was like, girl, these hoes really trying to play in my motherfucking face. Like, bitch,
Yeah, yeah,
I
because when
am
we
that
got
girl. Like, let's be clear. Like, I'm that girl.
it
So
was
yeah,
giving. You
I
knew
was
me.
feeling it.
You
I
knew
was,
me. You knew me.
like, I was
You
feeling it.
knew
I don't
me.
know where it came over me. Like, baby, I think I had drunk like a whole bottle of wine. What was I drinking? I probably have been drinking some alcohol.
No,
But
you were definitely
baby,
drinking.
I was just like, girl, yeah, these girls really tried to play. It was just the
It's the tea y'all
I
always
never want to
spilling.
be in a situation like if it's like tension because I've always had like big friend groups. I'm not a stranger to being a part of friend groups.
Hmm.
I never want it to be like awkward. Like even if like it's some friends that's not talking. Like we go through this all the time in like my real friend groups. It can be two people that's not saying it for each other, but because five of us are still connected, like everybody's gonna have to come together and we're gonna be cordial for the group.
Hmm.
I just had to do it for the holidays. For the holidays. Like I have friends that I keep up with individually. And like around like maybe around the holidays, somebody's birthday, we all come together. And it's some friends that I necessarily don't we don't kick it like that. But I'm not gonna make it awkward because we all here as a group, especially when we come together as a group. Like yeah, it can be tension all day if it's just me and that person. Hell nah, bitch. I may not speak to you if I see you in the grocery store. Like,
When we're around a group, is different.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
different. Like, of course, I'm gonna acknowledge you. Like, we can be cordial, we can toast, and I just feel like those girls were just trying to be. They were trying to be mean girls, and it's
But
like.
why you think they did you like that? Do you think because of what they feel like you done to them, or you think they just
But
mean
my
that?
thing, what have I done to you guys so severe? Even like, and it's even with the newsletter. What
Hmm.
the fuck have I done to you so bad? Like, what is it? Surely, if it was on the show, like it would have been shown 100 times
Oh
by
yeah.
now. Like, what is it that I've done to you? And for me, it was like I don't have the answer because I know at a certain point in time with everybody, I have really tried to build a genuine rapport.
Hmm.
Devontae, Roshane, Carrie,
Yeah.
um, goddamn
But you,
Jerome.
well, you good with Carrie and Roshane though.
Yeah, yeah. But it's been a point where I've genuinely have tried to extend of olive branch. Even with Gerald at season one reunion,
Hmm.
it's like,
Oh
girl,
yeah.
like I don't have a issue with you. Like it's not no like bitch. I ain't got no pressure. I don't really have no problem with like folks I work with. Like it's not no pressure.
Yeah.
I'm one of them type of employees, baby. I can go to work and do my job and we ain't gotta be like buddies. It's fine. But we can like put on a heck of a performance. We can go out here and bust tables. Like we can get the job done and it don't have to
Yeah.
be awkward. And I
Awkward.
feel
Yeah.
like they were trying to go out of their way to like
Do you feel
cause
like
some
it's?
division.
Do you feel like because they feel like you're gonna be the star if you are there full time?
My thing is, wherever I'm at, I'm a star, baby. I'm a star wherever I'm at. When I get in my car and roll down the street, bitch, I'm a star. Like that's who I am. And
Okay.
folks who know me, like my family, my grandma would tell you, like, bitch, that is who Malik is. Like my daddy would say the same thing.
I
Like
think
that's
they, but they
just who
probably
I
feel like
am.
it's a. They don't know that's really you, and they think you probably pretended. You
I
know.
was just telling somebody, I was like, I had these favorite pair of shoes when I was younger. They
Hmm.
was some cowboy boots with a gold tip on them. And my mama would be like, she could be like, go put on your shoes, we finna go. And them would be the shoes I would go grab, like with any outfit. And it's pictures that I got. I'm in pajamas and in them cowboy boots. Like that's been who I am like my whole life. Like girl, and I love them boots. They had a gold buckle on the tip. Like just extra. Like just the most. Like just because. Like why? That's who I am. And and these girls know that. Like they know that. Like Daria, we've stayed in a house together, so he he had the opportunity to really get to know me and vice versa. So
Hmm.
that's why it was like really odd and upsetting to me when he just went to the extreme. Like if you obviously he heard some information that was misconstrued by Bryson, obviously as we saw in tonight's episode. Um But my thing is, your whole thing is to automatically go into like defense. Like you didn't think to like even give me a call.
Well, he felt the same way about you. So
Yeah,
y'all both feel the same way. He thought
yeah.
you would have
But
called
my
him.
thing is for him, he's on the receiving end of the information. We don't have a problem. I just had like we had been in communication since I've been back in Alabama. So
Hmm.
if you're receiving some information that sounds odd or sounds off or like it just anything you're receiving some bad information about this is what a friend is saying about you, why didn't you why wasn't your mind to go like to call your friend and be like what's up with this, what's the like what is the tea, because you had somebody putting batteries in your bag too. So I
Yeah,
get
that's
it.
all about. So I feel like I feel like you feel like the real Darion would have did that, but because the circumstance with Jamie, I feel like you feel that's why a lot of his action is the way it is now with you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I get it. But
But
my thing,
Darion said that's not. He said that's not the case. So I don't know.
yeah, I know he gonna say that, but like I said, we've lived together, so it's like, girl, I just as much as he was getting to know me and
Hmm.
like in my vulnerable state, I also got that same experience from him. So that's why it's like it's odd. It's like, bitch, I wouldn't have expected that from you. And I know I know just by firsthand being around the two and being like, a little more closer to their friendship, to see a friendship on a closer level. I know, like, girl, she put batteries in her bag.
So you said who run that?
She'll put some batteries in her bag. Like, and that if and not just about like the situation we're talking about. It's like I've been present. Like, okay, I've seen it happen. So it's
Mm,
like I'm not pulling for straws. It's like
right.
yeah,
So what you saying? Other situations, real in real time that he done it.
right where Jamie can force his opinion or his view or yeah. And at the end of the day, they friends and they obviously have this close friendship. So sometimes when you are friends with somebody, when they like say something enough, it's like maybe you're right. Maybe I do feel like that. Maybe you have a point. I get it. I've seen it. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like what you said when you first got on. I feel like you kind of see now, like, damn, probably shouldn't have did that. Because you, like you said, you if you loaded the gun, Bryson shot it. Well, guys, on that note, I'm out. I'll see you guys next Sunday. Well, I'll see you guys Thursday. We're gonna have Apollo. He have a lot to talk about. We're gonna do a catch up. We're gonna catch up with Apollo. We filmed this about a year ago, so I'm excited to talk with Apollo about what's been going on with him, his reaction to some of the things that he said in the scenes as well as his confessional. So on Thursday we're gonna do a special live with Apollo to see what's going on with him and what he got to share and like get his side of the story. And the most important thing, we're gonna find out, do he believe the gays are going to hell still? So I'm excited to have that conversation with him. And on that note, guys, good night. Remember to stay at peace and not pieces. On that note, be blessed.